And welcome back to Dance's End, episode 23, Elemental Shift. Last session, the group decided to jump into a portal that led them into what appeared to be a elemental hellscape of fire. They entered in, started burning, and then fought an elemental of flame, defeated it. A crystal on its forehead was then taken, and it allowed them to pass back through the portal they entered in, but not to the place where they started off, into what appears to be a tunnelscape set inside of the elemental plane of Earth. As the group basically readies themselves for what appears to be something oncoming, a creature of sorts, um, in this moment, Ronnie, you feel an attunement, a shift in your nature. If I recall correctly, the card that you were preloaded with at the very beginning of the adventures was Forest, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is happening now is you are determinate and you are in a plane that is the absolute epitome of your affinity. You are attuning to it more deeply. In this
Oh.
space, you know that about 45 feet out from you, for whatever reason, there is motion. You know exactly where it is, and anytime you want to know where this motion is, you just ask and I will pinpoint lock you to it. You can feel it moving.
Okay.
At the beginning of the
And
Good.
it does the feeling of it moving feel like
It's like a
it may
preternatural
have made
sense.
right, but does it feel like it made this tunnel?
Oh,
Because
yeah, yeah.
previously you said like it was a bored tunnel from a
It
creature.
definitely feels like the reason you are able to sense it is because it is currently moving through the stone.
Okay.
That's what it does on its initiative. It is your initiative now. We are technically in a fight with the elemental.
hmm And it was that way.
About right. Yep.
Okay. Um, I think there's something somewhere this way.
What's that way?
I don't know. It's digging.
Wait, I think we're in.
Yeah,
Aren't
we're
we
in
in
combat.
combat?
I'm moving over here to this area here. Um,
So Andy,
Andy, quit
Andy, we're in
moving. We're
combat.
in combat.
Oh, because she's moving
Yeah.
because it's her turn. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Correct.
I understand.
It's okay. It's okay. It's the very first beat. Totally chill. You step up. You look around the corner. You don't see anything, but again, this ping, this sense. It's
Yeah.
almost like through the walls. You kind of have this strange sense that there's a thing that's probably about 12 to 15 feet tall, and kind of like a good 8 feet wide, just kind of moving, and it
Yeah.
feels like it's moving through rock.
Mhm.
Do you want to ready in action, take the dodge action, anything in kind of like a defensive posture?
I think because the crumbling ceilings before I'll take the dodge action.
Okay. Aria.
Okay, I guess I'm just gonna follow my buddy here. Oh, I'll stop here and take the dodge action.
Okay. Tremaine.
And I will stop here and take the dodge action.
Okay. So it's at this moment where another fun thing happens. A pleasant surprise. Done through Roll20 kind of magic and chicanery. When Tremaine moves to the other side of the wall, despite you not being able to see him, you can see him. And you can also feel what he can see in that moment.
Is that just Rani?
Just Ronnie.
Okay.
Well, that's spooky.
Right.
Do I feel that she could feel that, or I'm not aware of any of that? Okay.
The best way I can kind of describe the sensation, you're an anime nerd, so you've seen Avatar: The Last Airbender. You're basically getting kind of like a shockwave pulse that kind of goes out. You're not seeing details other than the things that are moving. And when your friends are kind of in these spaces that are no longer visual to you, you're feeling a pulse off of them.
Mm-hmm. Basically Toph right now.
Got tremor
Basically Toph right now. Rex.
Yeah, I seen the party move up.
Kind of scratching your helmet across the ceiling, popping out into the more open area, looking up at Sol. Looking down the hallway, you see Arya and Ronnie. Do you want to move forward again with the run action, or do you want to take the dodge action here? Looks like everyone else is
I don't
kind of...
want to. Yeah, I don't want to leave Soul by himself in case, or their self just in case they get attacked. So I will take the dodge action next to him.
You got it. Sol, you are last but certainly not least.
I will stay here on this little platform, and I will ready a Sorcerous Burst if anything pops out.
Okay. So the very first person to see the creature will be Ronnie. As it kind of bursts out of the ground and wall kind of near you, this kind of head-shaped appendage kind of moves around the wall. And you can see that there's a red gem set inside of its forehead as well. You speak Primordial, so you understand the rumblings that it makes, while everyone else just hears like a crazy blend between like gravel being distributed out of like a loader and it all going through like a washing machine. That's what I assume Ignan sounds like. Sorry. It says to you, "You must free me. I have been bound here for aeons."
How can we free you? She'll say in Primordial.
Its hand kind of rears back in kind of like a violent way. "You must defeat me." And then it says like an Ignan term, which apology in Ignan isn't really, because causal is very law oriented, like Kazrak. But it's the best kind of analogy I can give is like a preemptive "I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean what I do."
Yeah.
Ronnie, you're up.
She will go ahead and take out her bow and the new fun bow that she has, the little not sentient one, the
+2 one.
the little pet.
Yeah.
Because it has the close range.
Okay.
And that is the +1 attack.
That'll hit.
And we'll do one more.
Also hitting.
Oh shoot, I didn't say.
No, I know.
Smart.
We're going through with it though. Sorry.
Oh. Well, I'll take it off of the other one.
That's fine.
That would actually be 7 and 8.
Throw it on the second. Just throw a d6. I'm not gonna be that pedantic. Cool.
Okay. Well, I Hunter's Mark it.
But I will scold you now that we've gone through it. Don't forget the bonus action Hunter's Mark. I think it should just be a reaction when you shoot, but whatever. Kind of I guess it would kind of function like Paladin Smite. You know, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Because you can take
Randy's
the bonus
just
action.
baby. She can't keep track of these things.
Yeah, she only baby. Because you don't have to take the Paladin Smite bonus action until you hit. So I'm okay with that working that way. Ronnie, anything else from you?
And then she will call for Termaine, and she will hop back in the little hallway that he went down.
Okay. Ronnie done. Arya up.
Okay. So I'll step here. Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, we had to fight it. He wants us to fight him.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Lovely.
So we're gonna hex. As a bonus. Strength. Then
What's the
we'll
There's so much soup.
do a.
This back.
Oh.
That's just back fat.
Ribs.
Baby back ribs.
Can't find my fucking. Oh, here it is. Eldritch Blast. Oops. We should not be rolling with advantage.
18. That's going to be fine either way. That'll hit.
Okay. 8.
Okay. And the hex was in there, right?
No.
Says it's got a D6 on there.
Oh, it does. What the fuck? Okay. Cool.
Cool.
And then one more.
Yeah.
19.
Also hitting. Bit more.
15. Nice. Okay.
Look at you go.
And then I'm gonna get behind Ronnie. Hey, get over here, dude.
Termaine, you hear sounds, but it's kind of echoing throughout, but you can kind of see the corner of it, I think. Baby cat. You gotta do it. You gotta sit right there, okay, buddy? No, this isn't for you. Go
Move
ahead.
here,
Sorry.
and I'm gonna, as a bonus action, I can't do a bonus action because I don't have that spell. Shit.
Busy dealing with terrorism.
Let's see. A channel divinity does not require an action or bonus action. Correct. Oh, it's a magic action. Never mind. That's an action, right?
Yeah.
Damn it. All right. Instead, we're just going to smash on it. 14 to hit.
14 will miss.
Okay, and we'll go again.
13
to hit.
will also miss. So as
Of
you kind of
course.
start slamming the sword against it, you keep hitting stone. And I
Hmm.
assume Termaine's a person who has hit plenty of rock walls in his day.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, that's this.
Yeah.
It's not even turning to engage you, but you can see that there's a kind of gnarled stone hand kind of near to where you're attacking. So it appears to not be a wall.
Yeah.
It does appear to be coming out of a wall, though. Half in, half
Yeah.
out. Rex, you are up. You see the two ladies kind of back away in that corner there. It seems that whatever they're moving away from and shooting at is this way.
Okay.
Whoop. Wham. Alright, hammer time.
Don't get my recharge. So.
Oh, right. It would have been long enough. Oh, no, because we've had combat throughout. Yeah, you're right. You're right to roll. 27 will hit.
He's being such a ham today.
19 will also hit. 19 is also a hit. 11, 13, and 9, 20, 33. Okay. Very solid shots from Rex. No movement, right?
No, I'm staying right here.
Soul. Very easy for you to track where the fighting's going.
I can't really tell where it's at, but can I see it from here?
If you pop out one and then pop right back, yeah, you're Gucci. No, other direction.
Okay.
To the
Alright,
right.
well,
You can't see me. There's a cat.
Yeah. He's doing very important cleaning.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's hamming it up today.
I got toner on my peats.
Is that
Aw.
what the Earth Elemental is doing with its fist after
Aw,
it punched
that was-
somebody?
Cute. Oh, look at that yawn! Oh my gosh.
What a fucking ham.
Yeah, ham bone.
Fucking
Sorcerer's Burst, I guess.
baby little pig. Got a pig
I would have
snoot.
gotten that screenshot.
Sorry.
I need that
Sorcerer's First
screenshot.
21 hits, yes. What damage type?
Under.
Perfect. You are a smart boy. So that'll actually do double damage. 16. Sorry, I can't type. My cat's trying to roll over on my keyboard. I gotta block him from doing that. Okay, solid. And then Soul backs away.
Yep.
Smart. All right. It'll go to it. It will actually move through the stone. It will squeeze between the two of you to here. Rex, as you're kind of like banging at it, it kind of like moves its hand into the wall in front of it, and it just kind of becomes like a column of rocks. It just funnel past you and kind of enter into the wall to your right. And then for you, Termaine, what you're seeing is it's kind of snaking out behind you and then slams at the back of you with its 2 attacks.
Oh no.
You kind of spin about really quickly, kind of bringing the sword like back and over the arm. Shield takes the hit, and you just kind of feel the force of this thing slamming at you. It's probably the strongest creature other than the dragon we fought, like strength-wise. But your
Right.
shield's sturdy, takes the beating,
Right.
and you're good. No hits.
I'd imagine like his arm becomes numb from
Yeah.
the hits.
Oh God, Cat, stop laying on the keyboard. We're trying to do cool descriptive shit. But that's it. While it's half in,
Alright.
half out, by the way, its
Hero,
armor
delete the monster.
is increased. If you are, for the both of you. For Rex, it is currently untargetable. You'll have to snake around, but it has cover. Ronnie.
She will
Put the block here, baby.
go.
Okay, there we go.
She's gonna try and find this guy again. Where did he go? Where did he go? She'll say to Termaine.
Termaine
Kind of.
points straight south.
Yeah.
He's right.
Oh.
Can you see?
Oh
through
yeah,
Termaine?
I can also.
You should be able to see
Huh?
through everybody.
No, I can't.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to be able to see through everybody.
I'm not
Refresh?
currently doing that. It's loading.
Sure.
Now I can.
Yeah, so your cool forced ability now is you can
Okay.
see all of your allies.
So
You'd also
I
be able
would've-
to note their health pool, their life totals.
yeah.
Another
was-
fun little trick of the foresties.
So I should be able to get right above Termaine then.
Mm-hmm.
And then she will dang it, that closed whenever I refreshed. Do the same as last time.
Pew pew.
Pew.
Hit
16 and 25.
on the second one. The first one will not.
Okay.
Currently, it has a 19 armor class.
16.
60 damage. All right. It is well wounded. It is basically falling apart at this point. Okay, Arya, you're up.
Okay, 15. 10. I have another 5 feet.
You go there.
If you go into this corner there, you'll be able to see it.
Okay.
And take a shot at it. But like I said, it'll have cover, so.
It's also adjacent to me, so I think I'll have disadvantage, right?
Correct. If you're doing a range.
So let me not do ranged. Oh, I can't move though. Fuck. Okay, wait, who's after me?
I
am.
Termaine. Okay, we're gonna do. We're gonna do. Okay, we'll do a panic attack.
Okay. And it'll make wisdom saving throw. It has advantage for it. Yeah, it'll fail. It
No reactions.
And it cannot take, or on its next attack roll, it has disadvantage. Or no, the next attack made against it has advantage. Sorry.
So Termaine, you'll have advantage against it.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Panic,
Very helpful.
I would say, does make people less accurate, but I think more likely it makes people more like slappable. If Airplane has taught me anything.
Right.
Are you done? Termaine up.
Try again.
Get a hold of yourself, Elemental.
23 and
You have
23.
advantage with that attack, so go ahead and roll another attack for the advantage on the first one.
Yeah.
If it's a crit, it's a crit. Okay, so it's just going to be 2 regular hits then. Damage me twice. And I'm sapped.
So 22 sapped.
Okay. So as you cut into it, you kind of move the second cut to kind of like strike at the head where the gem is located, and you seem to cut its face clean off. As the blue of the blade kind of glints through it, you watch as it just drops into rocks, but the stone still floats there in air. Soul, you hear a whoosh sound come from the portal behind.
Oh.
Which was similar to what you heard in the fire, except it's a lot easier to hear inside of a tunnel versus
Roiling Inferno.
a roiling inferno. Okay. There is no onus for you to move quickly in this space, so I will kill the initiative, and you can take your time.
Well, we released him. That's what he said he wanted, so. He had one of those, like, red gem things in him again. She'll go over and see if she can find it.
It's in the air,
Oh,
floating where
Sure.
it would have been.
okay. Then she'll take that.
We're having the full baby cat hours this session, so
He's hamming it up.
he is a
I
hamburglar.
appreciate him.
I don't disagree. Okay. Soul, you head back to the portal. When you look through it, you
Yeah.
would see what appears to be just open air, but you kind of look down a little bit, and you would see what looks like an island with like a spinning kind of looks like an air elemental.
Do I need to toss out twinkling stones like it's Elden Ring or Dark Souls to see if there's an invisible path? No.
No, from what you can tell, being kind of an arcanist yourself, is when you enter the elemental plane of air, there's no real down.
Yeah.
So gravity is not really an issue, except that there are sometimes locations, like motes of earth or whatever, like you can see in there, that will have its own gravity. So worst case scenario, and I'll go ahead and move you over to it so you can see out of it. Worst case scenario is you'll fall lightly, Featherfall-esque, towards the rock from whatever vector.
Okay. Portal's changed.
Oh. What is it this time?
Rex, you would see it. Soul's standing kind of right at it, even though the token's not present, but they're kind of looking out and inspecting the scenario.
A lot of air.
Yeah.
Rex, you want to jump out
Great.
first on this
Airing out our grievances.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
one? Okay. Soul, Rex is right behind you and is ready to go, and has kind of made it known, like, you know, shoulder tap, ready
Yeah,
to go.
I'll go through first if you want me to. I'll try to catch you if you need me to.
Are we done with this area?
You can inspect it further if you wish. Or you can go through the portal way, which seems to be the onus of this specific situation. Termaine, you head towards the portal.
Yeah.
I'll move you over that way then.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll just wait for everybody to gather up. Whether
Can you
they
just
wanna
move
explore
me
first or
wherever
not.
we're supposed to be?
You're heading back with Termaine
Please.
after he kind of
I
dips
got
back. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Stop moving your token then. I can't move you.
I'm not.
I was moving it for them.
Oh.
Aww.
Well, you're
Thank you,
adorable,
Liz.
and I apologize. I forgot that.
I
giving you
said I got
giving you
them.
this power also gives you the ability to move them. Okay. Perfect.
Being a nice
If
friend.
she wanted to be chaotic, she could just start. Everybody now, guys. Soul, if you step aside and Rex, you bolt through.
Yeah.
I'll move you over to that location, and I'll drop. I'll drop that back. The second you're jumping out, you're starting your movement, so you're effectively engaging in the combat. Everybody, go ahead and select your token and roll initiative. We'll just go off of that, and yeah.
Uh,
Why your booty so big? Stop sitting on the mouse cord,
Churros.
dumb little baby. Stupid dumb baby. Is this the one
Don't
I
call
want?
him stupid. He is smart.
Okay. So, did we get? Oh, I didn't put up the initiative tracker. That's why I can't see anything.
Mhm.
Okay. So,
I have a quick question.
fire away.
Is this the portal?
The portal is kind of like straight to the north and then on the right.
Okay, I see it.
So you're going through first, Rex. So Arya, I'm assuming you're ceding your turn to allow for that.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So Rex, you're free to take your movement. And the second you step in, what you're going to realize is you're descending, but you seem to have some sort of freedom of movement to be able to kind of push yourself and move at half your speed. So if you wish to fly, you can do so. It's just going to be at half your normal speed rate. And at the end of your turn,
Gotcha.
if you're not on the rock, you will fall towards the rock at a speed of 60 feet.
Yeah, I'll just go to the rock.
Okay. Whoosh.
Rock and roll.
Down. Okay. And then
Do I see this here?
yes, it is spinning.
Okay.
It is an elemental of air that seems to be wisps of clouds, chilled. You can see like small little bits of hail kind of circling within it, and its face kind of turns to face you, and you would see a bright red gem kind of center at that point, and it seems to be the only thing that holds stationary in the like wisps that are kind of like buffeting in front of you.
Okay, I'm gonna hit it.
Okay. So it is very much going to be resistant to melee weapons since it's just air.
Yeah.
But you hit all those attacks. So go ahead and roll damage, and it's going to be halved after the fact. So cool.
31.
And then cool. I got to do halves for each individually. Okay. Cool. That is your turn. Tremaine?
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the portal, right?
Mm-hmm. If so, you will move.
So if you can move me.
Yep, you'll move
Yep.
10 feet. You still have 25 feet of movement. It'll take 10 feet of movement to land on the rock, and similarly, you have a fly speed in this space that's equal to half your movement speed. If you end not on the rock, you fall towards the rock. Not
Yeah,
like
no, I'm sure I
fall,
can
like
make that.
feather fall towards the rock.
I understand you follow it.
A very graciously soft speed.
Okay. Yeah. So
Okay.
yes, I'm here.
And you
Is
fight
it okay to move here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Do I have enough? I just want to give
Well,
room for other
you
people
don't have enough.
to jump in.
You don't have enough movement to get to there. 5, 10, 15, half of 25 is 15.
So I get 35 movement.
Yeah, you took 10 to get to the portal, and then
Okay.
you took 25 in, which means half of 25 would
Ah.
round up to 15.
Okay. So I guess I'm gonna do my best with my sword and see if I do as well. 26, 14,
26 will hit, 14 will miss. Damage.
and 8 plus sap.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. It'll go to, and sorry if I sound like I'm underwater, just a little early. It'd have been funny if it was during the water segment. The elemental will activate. So it is going to whirl itself, and it is going to kind of move through both of your spaces. It does not provoke opportunities for this. I need both of you to roll strength saving throws.
23.
Okay. So you succeed, so you'll take half this damage, which will be 12. Rex, you'll take the full brunt of it, which will be 24. It is thunder damage, and then it launches Rex 20 feet away from the rock. You basically both get enveloped in it for a second, and Tremaine, you're able to kind of steel yourself and kind of like pull yourself back to the ground. But you watch as Rex gets up towards the top of the whirlwind and swoop, gets launched, just launched in that direction.
Is he in the air?
Yeah, just floating. Basically, it's almost as if like you see like a whole bunch of movement from him, and then it just kind of slows, and he's just kind of floating out there, slowly kind of grounding back because the rock has its own gravity, but not at a very quick speed.
So half damage is 12.
Soul, you are up.
Well, this is going great. I will go through the portal. And I guess position myself like here, preparing to slowly fall to the rock.
And then midair, pew pew.
Yeah, we're gonna sorceress burst it. I'm trying to decide what element. Let's choose psychic. Sure.
Okay. It is not immune to that, so cool.
Be 12 because I'm assuming a 25 hits.
It does, yeah, very much so. Okay, 12 damage. Seems to work.
And then I will gracefully float down.
Okay. And you can land in either the space next to Tremaine or the space next to the elemental, kind of either diagonally down or straight down. Your call. Ronnie. 15
move up
feet to
20
get to the portal.
Oh, is it 15?
Yeah.
Oh, rad. And then I will move away from the portal,
Okay.
but staying afloat, obviously,
Mhm.
because I don't have that much movement. And then
You'd have 5 more. You'd have 20 left over from 15, so you'd have 10.
yeah, I don't want to move too
Okay.
far from it.
No worries.
And then she'll tell the elemental, I'm sorry.
Oh, that reminds
We're
me.
trying-
Sorry, you understand it. They hear wind. You hear screaming in agony. Sorry, two
Oh,
very
wow.
different situations. I apologize. I forgot you.
No,
I
you're
forgot
good.
you had primordial. My brain was like looped on the
Yeah.
combat. But the second you step in, it's like ah! Instead of like a woo sound that they're hearing from the door.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's.
We're
in
here to
pain.
free you. And then she'll
It replies, and I don't know why it has a British accent, but it says, "Oh, great! Hurry up with it!" Just
Spice Girl
screaming.
forever.
Spice Girl forever, isn't it?
I think both
Oh,
of them
he's
miss.
British. Yep. He's a Cockney.
Yeah. Both of those attacks will miss. 15
Yeah, that's
is
why.
the working armor
thought.
class. And then at the end of your turn, you'll descend, which means you'll fall straight down towards the rock. You can land either here, or because you went further out, you actually have another option 5 feet down. Remember, gravity is subjective. It's the rock, so you could be standing on the side of it.
Can I still see
I-
the
No,
elemental?
No, you
on
won't
the
be able to
side?
see the elemental, and it won't be able to see you. But then you could pop up and just.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do
Yeah.
that.
Imagine you're standing on the side of a building, or at the top of a building, and shooting
Yeah.
down at something. Except.
Mhm. Yeah.
One of these. All right.
Pop.
You are up. When you come up to the portal 510, you'll have 20 feet of movement, so 10 feet of flying remaining. You would see Ronnie standing in a very impossible in your kind of earth-bound mentality on the side of the space while you see kind of spinning, fluttering, and your other friends there on the rock.
That's fun. Okay. This does not look normal. Alright. So, as I drift, I'm going to shift the hex onto
It.
it, and we'll just do the one thing we know how to do.
Okay.
I don't know why I can never. Oh, here. I'm like not finding my buttons today. Uh, okay, let's do it over here. This is a 17 hit.
Yes. So it's an 18. What do we got?
And a 12.
Oh, I see. The 18 was the damage. Okay. All right. Rex, you're up. You can move
Yeah.
15 feet in flight.
Do I fall
Oh yeah. You
at the
would.
end of my turn?
You would fall to here. Because there's no
Okay.
other unoccupied
Sucks.
space.
Yeah, I'm gonna move. Get there. There, kind of like still going above the rock,
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm gonna throw my hammer at it.
Okay. That'll hit.
And
Okay.
then I'm gonna teleport to my hammer,
Which will put you on the other side of it.
and then swing my other 2 attacks.
Okay. Hit and hit. Just enough. So you float back to it, teleport to your hammer, smash, smash, and it just dissipates, and the redstone kind of stops there. The whirlwind of sound kind of stops, and the screaming to you stops, and there's kind of a "Oh, thanks!" as it dies. The red gem floats in the air. And when you take it, the portal up above will kind of shift to what appears to be a water location.
Well, I guess we should free another one.
And again, no rush here, but just for speed, we're going to keep you on the same initiative tracker. These are all kind of the 4 elementals are kind of a. Okay.
So
make
getting
sure my
back,
Sorry.
cap of water
We
breathing
just-
is on.
Okay. Cap of water breathing. You kind of fix that onto
actually,
your
yeah,
head.
that's smart. I
Ronnie.
can put mine on. And then to get out of here, do we just like kind of like launch ourselves up?
You can fly,
Like,
and it's about 10 feet up, so you can fly 15
Okay.
feet,
yeah. She'll head towards the portal.
and you're going in.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you pop through, we'll go ahead and descending here. Pause the music. If you're passing through, because if you kind of pop up and kind of check in, you'll fall right back down. So you can't really hang out at the door. But if you pop in, that's when combat will begin. What you would see is a space that appears to have fish and jellyfish and stuff kind of just floating ambiently around in this space. And there seems to be like a glow of sunlight from somewhere. There's no like midnight zone or dark water. It's just a very kind of transparent and very pretty looking water. And it seems to be flowing. There's like a movement to it. Not like a rushing movement, but like a slight kind of shifting.
Yeah.
And if you are stepping through, I'm assuming Arya, you're going to go ahead and yield to Ronnie. She's going in, let her handle it.
Yeah.
Kind of situation. So Ronnie, take your turn. Your movement is going to be decreased, and also you don't have a swim speed. If you don't have a swim speed, rather,
I
then
don't.
you would move half your speed.
Yeah.
So just 15, half is 10.
Do you need freed too?
You kind of blurble and you kind of like think for a second and you're like, right, primordial lessons, and you kind of focus on water and you kind of and kind of like pop the bubbles to speak to it, and it kind of looks over at you and you just kind of hear this echoing sound. The water seems to kind of like just charge with an ambiance, a wave of like motion, and it says, "When you defeat me, the one that devours must be fed."
Okay.
Okay. She'll shoot at him.
Okay.
22 and 18.
The will both hit. This weapon deals.
Also,
Go ahead.
for I do that. Has my hunter's mark been?
It hasn't.
No,
it hasn't
I
gone
have
away.
to-
You can reapply it. It's fine.
Okay. Sorry.
So what I will say though is you're wielding a weapon that deals piercing damage, which means you cannot fire at your second range increment. You can only fire at your first range increment. You do have disadvantage on attack rolls because you don't have a swim speed, but because it's piercing damage, the damage will not be a problem. So go ahead and we'll go ahead and say this attack number 1 since you didn't know to roll it with advantage or disadvantage. So that'll
Okay.
hit on the 18, and then just click disadvantage and roll another one. Okay. Oh, that's the damage. Got it. Okay.
Disadvantage. There.
Okay. A second attack will miss.
Right.
All right. Rex, because you were on the other side, and they kind of jumped right into it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You'll literally be plopping in and can kind of just go one space. Your choice in any direction. That's with base movement.
Okay. Rex, when he jumps in, he takes a big breath before he jumps in.
Yep. And it's
And,
basically like you're jumping into a pool, but horizontal. It's like the movie
Yeah,
Abyss.
just belly flop.
So run straight.
I don't have much else I can do,
Okay.
so I'm just gonna sit here and take the dodge action.
You got it. And you have a Constitution modifier of
3.
Okay, so you can hold your breath for 40 rounds. So just a heads up. The elemental will.
John, could I see why is it? Does it go before the 12?
Oh no, it looks like someone rolled out of order. Hold on. No worries. So Tremaine, you're up. So 5,
so
10. It'll take you 10, which will be double because flying. 20 feet of movement to get to the portal, which will leave you with 15 feet of movement. The second that you enter into this plane, you're like going into it, like breathing, because you don't have a way of not breathing air. But the second you hit the water and it enters into your lungs, you can feel the water kind of like force itself past your nostrils and your lips and enter into your lungs. The
I'm
second
drowning.
you feel that happen, you think you're drowning, but you realize you are not drowning, as your affinity for water, due to your card selection,
I was going to ask about that.
gives you this
Cool.
very interesting and fun ability. First off, you realize that you don't need to breathe air in this space, or possibly ever again. And you also, when you hit the water, realize you have a swim speed.
Wow. So I have 15 feet left.
Correct.
Tremaine is a fish now.
So I'm going to go 5 speed. 5 feet.
Sorry, no. My notes. You have a swim speed of 50, so let's discount the 20. You now have a speed of 30.
Damn.
I'm going to go up to it, and I don't know how much a sword is going to affect water underwater. But I'm gonna. Do I have to roll with a disadvantage?
No, you have a swim speed.
Okay. Really weird. But we're gonna go.
Oh, look at that. Shimb.
The first attack will miss. The second attack will hit.
And
Alright.
then zap.
Next attack has disadvantage. All right. Solid stuff. It'll go to it. On its initiative, it will whelm. So it is going to just turn into a whirlpool of its own, similar to the air elemental, and just kind of brusque forward through you and into Rex. Go ahead and make a strength saving throw. The same will be true for you, Rex.
Oh boy. Not good.
Okay. Okay. So Rex, you can go ahead and move. Oh, no. Baby cat, no. Laid his fat cheek on the F7 key. Oh my god. I'm holding
Just
his,
as I was
I'm,
typing that I need to print you off like a shelf
holding up
first
a
of your
thing.
keyboard.
I'm thinking I can probably, let's go with, I mean, I don't think this will get in the shot. Let's see. Yeah, it kind of gets in the shot a little bit.
That's okay.
No. No,
Okay.
it's not. I can do better.
It's like a
There we
DM
go.
screen.
Hopefully he does not try to go for it. I put the catnip jar in the way. Can't get on the... No. No. It was folly. It was folly. I knew it was folly. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, glasses case? Yes. That'll be a pillow. Like you were trying to use the keyboard, or are you going to fight it? Okay. So focusing up. Sorry. Well, it will
He's
snatch...
also an initiative.
It will snatch up Termaine, so you are grappled by it. You are inside of it. So you just got this like rush of elation as you're like, I can move freely through the water. And then this water elemental is like,
Oh shit.
spin cycle. Spin cycle. You're like, well, this is different. You will take a total of 22 bludgeoning damage.
Hey, that's my brother.
I am really hurting here.
Rex, you will take half that much. And then we'll kind of
11.
be here.
Yeah.
Now, what that means is that only one... No, I'll say it goes here. Just stop fucking around, John. Okay, so it'll go to Soul. And I will move you over. It looks like 10, so 20 feet of movement. You got 10 feet on the water side. Psych.
And then do I also receive a swim speed?
Yeah, so you now have 30 speed of movement, and also the cap of water breathing is redundant on you. There is one other trait to this effect, but you really can't explore it at current.
Okay. I'm going to move away from other people. I am then going to do my usual sorceress burst, and I'm going to pick cold.
Okay. Sucks.
Yeah.
That's just a good old-fashioned miss, methinks. No, you're not using like a focus, right? The blade, the moon blade.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Roll a d20. You do not. Your moon blade does not suffer any ill effects.
Why couldn't I roll that first? That's...
The opposite of what I wanted.
And then healing word on Termaine.
Okay. Yeah, you have the cap of water breathing, so that minor effect of what else the boon grants you is not being shown. But Arya, moving in 10 feet, so 20, and then you do not gain a magical swim speed because that's not you.
Damn. Okay.
Gotta be boggy.
I'll just stay on the floating island.
Okay.
Okay. So, just kidding. So let's. I just pop in, and how much do I have left?
So it would be 10 remaining, which would halve to 5, so you can move one space.
Love that.
You can go in the back corner. Yeah, that works.
And hex and blast.
Yep.
12 misses.
It does. Actually, hold on.
27.
Does Eldritch Blast have a verbal component? Unfortunately, it just means, I need to know if it has a verbal component. Hex will not.
It does.
Yeah, so then you can't cast it. You currently can't talk. I will say that the Hex is fine because it's already an effect.
I hate water.
But yeah, water sucks for you.
Can I try another cantrip?
If you have one that does not have a verbal component, yeah, more than happy to let you do it.
I sure the fuck don't.
Yeah, you're kind of a yapper.
What the fuck, man?
Hey,
Okay, so then I just cross my arms and go like this.
fucking hate this guy. Ronnie, you cannot see Arya's discontent because she's currently behind the portal, which remember is white static blocking sight. But you can see her brother inside the
Yeah.
washing machine that is your opponent.
Let him go!
Yeah.
And I have disadvantage marked and pew pew.
Okay. The
So that
first one will
first
hit.
one, yeah,
And hold on.
15.
They don't have the cool thing anymore. It's fine. It seems pretty legit though. It used to have if you shoot into it while it's whelming, a chance of hitting the people inside of it.
Oh,
Yeah, it doesn't have that anymore.
good for me.
Okay. Ron.
And
Done.
that is
Rex
my
up.
turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Feedback from Chijo.
Me?
What?
Yeah, I think I'm getting my own voice back from Chijo. Am I crazy? I might be crazy. Okay, Rex.
I heard it for a second, but I don't hear it anymore.
Yeah,
No, they muted themselves.
gonna go up and swing on it.
Okay.
I assume I have disadvantage as well.
Yeah, you are not a swimmer. Fortunately
Yeah,
for you, though, these are they'll be the first attack. Go ahead and just
Yeah.
roll 2 more for the second. That'll miss, and then 2 more for the last. Okay, so 2 hits. Go ahead and give me damage twice. Okay. Solid damage. That'll put it at half. Termaine, you are up. So let me explain what is happening here. So you're grappled. Okay. So that just means you cannot move. Your movement speed is 0. You can, as an action, while you are grappled in this way, you're also restrained, are considered suffocating, but you're not because you can breathe water. And then each turn, at the start of its turns, it will deal 2d8 bludgeoning damage to you. Because it's like buffeting you about. As an action, you can attempt to pull yourself out. It's an athletics check, DC 14. And then people on the outside, as an action, you can attempt a DC 14 athletics check to grab them and pull them out. Otherwise, they
So
remain.
I get a
Yeah, you can attempt as an action DC 14 athletics check to get yourself out of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you will not be drowning in it because
Right.
you can't drown.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna try to.
But
do
you can just
the
attack it
athletics
on the
check.
inside if you want to. You do not.
Yeah,
have
no,
to.
I think I'd rather get up because it's the damage that's killing me.
Okay, so you are restrained. So that means that you have disadvantage on your athletics roll here. Go ahead and roll a second time. That'll fail. So you remain inside of it as it continues to power wash you.
Okay.
It will go to its turn. It will roll a d6. It will gain whelm once again. I am going to go here and then here, which means I will whelm Ronnie.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
You do. I will whelm Ronnie and Soul. Both of you need to make strength saving throws.
18 hit.
You betcha.
It can't move.
Oh, then never mind.
Yeah, no.
I was like,
Good deal. Good deal.
No saving throws
Thanks.
required. Okay, its turn started, so you would have taken 9 damage, Tremaine. And because you're already whelmed, you will not be taking the initiating damage for the whelm.
Okay, I am barely hanging on.
Yep.
Did
Soul,
you get that 12
did
healing?
you get 12
that
healing from Soul earlier? In this
No.
fight? Oh, get that. Yeah, you should have.
Oh, thank you.
yeah.
No worries. And then it's Soul again, who's probably going to do more of the heavy lifting on the healing.
I mean,
Haha.
we'll see how the Sorcerer's Burst goes.
Okay. Pew! It hits.
7.
15.
Nope, and I get to roll another d8.
You betcha. And what's the damage type here?
I get to roll another one. It's cold.
Oh god, this is funny. 15,
Uh-oh.
23, 24. That is too funny. Okay, so you hit it. You see the streak of blue kind of like snap to it and then hit and kind of detonate. And Termaine, you're inside of it and kind of like spinning a bit, and like it kind of stops because it gets pulled back by Rex's hammer. Just the weight and pure like energy of the giant's maul kind of like drags it back. And then you're kind of like, okay, this is not. And then everything just starts freezing around you, and the elemental breaks into parts, and you're still kind of like covered in frost, floating in the water. It's warm. It's like more tropical water than like cold water, so you can actually
Oh, it
feel
was.
it kind of melting away. But yeah, you destroy the creature. Its red gem floats in the air right
Oof.
there, where it
Nice job.
dissipates.
Nice job, Soul. That was clutch.
That was massive damage too with the sorcerer's
was.
first. Very cool. If that damn one was something else though. Why is it gotta be highest and then lowest, or lowest then highest?
That's just how this character works. I either do like 2 damage or
I have
like
2 wolves
40
in
damage.
me. One leg's rolling once and one's
I mean, that's
rolling.
not technically wrong.
Right, fair. Okay, so I will kill the initiative board at this juncture. The portal will shift and you will see what appears to be just a clear sky, a night sky, and it looks like there are these kind of wisps of light and starbursts throughout. It's like a black kind of void with kind of space through it. And if you inspect it closely, obviously some of you kind of durationally wanting to get out of here as quick as you can, it looks like there's a massive black fish kind of floating off in the distance. Not terribly far, but just inside the portal.
Yeah, Rex is gonna show up to the portal. He's gonna be looking at Ronnie and Termaine and going,
Glub glub.
Said something about a devourer.
I'm gonna go through the portal.
Grab the stone through, and Rex, the second you pop through, the thing, whatever it is, kind of starts spinning about in place and kind of moving closer to you in kind of like an oscillating fish movement pattern.
Can I breathe here?
When you enter into the space, you can, and when you kind of you feel this intake of just raw positive energy, and you heal all of your hit points.
Wow.
Awesome.
Jeez.
That's gonna be annoying for the fight, but awesome.
Nice.
Wrong, Matt.
I said I'm killing the initiative, and my voice said, "Man, everybody's healing all the time. This fight's gonna suck. This fight's gonna suck." Fucking healers. You kind of float there. It is similar to the airspace, the air element, like elemental plane, but there's definitely something different here. Like there's that energy that kind of fills you. It's almost heavenly.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the portal and be like, guys, you can breathe in here, and it kind of, not makes you hurt anymore.
You don't hear him. you don't. You're underwater. You don't even get glove,
Yeah.
glove, glove because sound doesn't pass through the portal as we
Yeah,
learned.
you got to pay extra for the transplaner add-on.
And the people who made this space did not. They said, we do not need internet.
I guess Ronnie will go in next.
Okay, whoosh, you pop in, your hit points shoot to full.
Wow. And then I'll move on this side. Sick.
And yeah, the massive fish that I mentioned, it kind of has like a scaly look to it. It almost looks as though it were made out of like necrotized flesh and bone, just kind of fluttering around in space. I sent a picture on the general.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. Who goes in next? It's just kind of fluttering about. It's not really talking or doing anything.
Yeah, I was gonna
It seems to
I'll
just be
jump in.
kind of. It's almost like it's okay, Jermaine. I heard you. You go to full hit points, but what I'm saying is that it doesn't look like it's engaging. It looks like it's more kind of circling defensively, like it doesn't want you to pass it for whatever reason. It doesn't speak, as I mentioned. soul, Arya. Arya, you're definitely having problems. Like, I mean, it's been a couple moments here, but you're underwater, and it's not great. You're muted. That's why I couldn't hear you if you said something.
I'm going through that portal.
Absolutely.
ASAP.
The second you pass through the portal, full hit points. Absolutely. But you feel this strange tethering, this very strange connection between you and that fish. And when you look over to it, you notice that it doesn't seem to have eye holes or eyes. It just has that weird mounting where the gemstone is. And I will explain to you, too, that this space will act as your awakening space, but it does not affect your awakening, so your awakening will be outlined to you in secret.
Ooh.
Cool.
Boopy.
Okay? It's still not saying anything, Soul hops in. Wow! Same thing, max hit points. Go ahead.
Are you, in Primordial, as everyone starts coming through, are you the Devourer?
It speaks back and you hear its voice, but you understand it even though it does not seem to speak a language that you know. The Arcanist quickly identified this as being the spell tongues, or enough tongues like a fact. And it kind of buffets back at you. Do not speak to me with that filth. And you hear its voice very clean in your head. And the fish spinning kind of stops, and it kind of starts swaying in space, kind of like staring at you with the red orb.
Wow. Salty.
She'll switch back to common and be like, sorry, everyone else was speaking in Primordial.
I am not like those burdens.
Well, they're no longer burdens.
You sent them back.
Yeah.
Show me proof.
Do we
gems,
still
right?
have the gems?
Give them to me. Now.
Why? Why?
As you say that, its center eye kind of stares at Termaine, and the effect that seems to have brought you to kind of full health seems to start sapping your life away. Go ahead
They
and
did
take
say
8 points of necrotic damage.
they did say the Devourer needed to be fed.
Okay.
Its attention moves away from Termaine, but Termaine, you immediately realize, like, when it locked onto you and kind of did that, if it held its attention on you, it would have just continued doing it. There's definitely a nature of, like, kind of malodorous kind of nature here. This is not a...
Perhaps even devouring?
This may be a devourer of some sort, yeah.
Could be.
It snaps back to Ronnie. What did you say? Sorry. Was fuck you with your brother.
They did say the Devourer needed to be fed. Is that what they mean?
They call me that outside.
Yeah. Well, the elementals did.
Ah, of course. Filth. Bound beings. My master wishes more of me. You, child, give me the stones. All of them. Now.
Well, I just have this one. She'll.
Do you,
kind of
hold it up?
Yeah.
It will start swimming towards you. Very menacingly.
She'll kind of step away from, or
The group.
float away from the group a little bit towards it.
It will kind of just
And
like
just like holding it out.
like a dolphin at sea parks. It'll snatch that bad boy right out of your hand. And you see it kind of like rear like around and kind of like snap up and kind of swallow it. And when it does so, it kind of oh, so wonderful. The others, quick. If you do so, I will let you through the gate. You can see the one.
Feed me more death root.
You can see the one that has been buried here.
She'll look at them.
Yeah, sure, why not? I will feed it the fire gem.
Okay. Gulp. I believe Rex, you have the
I have the water one.
yeah, and I think
Yeah.
Termaine has the air one. Was that right?
I don't think I had any of them.
Oh, okay. Then Arya must have grabbed it.
No.
No.
I might have grabbed the air one too. I
Okay.
think.
So Rex double fist.
Yeah.
Haha. And you're offering him up, right? No, you're not resisting.
Yeah.
Okay. He'll gobble
The
him
rest of
up.
the party did.
And then that's all of them, right?
Yeah.
Should be.
Elated, the fish kind of like swimming, almost like coming over full, like exposing its belly, just absolutely elated. Kind of says, "Okay, fine, go," and the portal will kind of shift, and you will see what appears to be an open room. And just as you're trying to take a look at the space, it feels like all of the stars start snapping in one direction towards the portal, funneling each and every one of you into the room. Will or
They're
not
warping.
damned. And then you all kind of like stumble through, your feet kind of clattering on stone. Gravity in this space is normal, and you see that the portal behind you is the white static again, which, as you recall, was permeable. You could walk through it, but it wasn't taking you anywhere, right?
Mhm.
You would see that in this room, two green flame braziers, one set kind of in the middle of the room, one set on the far side. In between them is a table, and laying on this table is a ashen figure that has a humanoid-like countenance. It looks as though this entity was obliterated, like completely turned to dust through some spell or another. And it lays there undisturbed on this space. This appears to be the fallen that the primordials mentioned.
I'm to go disturb him.
You said I'm going to disturb him?
I'm to go disturb him.
Just start batting the dust around like a cat in a litter box.
I mean, that's what we brought Brent for, right?
Right. For curses. Okay. So as you kind of batter and buffet a bit, Arya, there's a strange sense of familiarity in the flame, and there's also a strange sense of familiarity in the form. It is immediately kind of like understood to you that whatever this thing was, this person was, there's a lot of latent power present in just its ash.
Okay.
And we're seconds away from Rex just messing with it.
Whatever this is, Rex, is a source of great power. Something that's right now beyond my capacity to explain. Before you touch it, let me take a closer look. Could I roll Arcana and see if I can
Yeah, absolutely.
give any kind of warning? Okay. 16.
Okay. So it's in this moment that as you're kind of looking at it, you come to a determination as to what your latent power is. You kind of look up from it, looking at Rex, and his hammer is glowing brightly. You look over to Soul, and there's this strange kind of moonlit aura around them, and their dagger glows in their hand as they're kind of holding it defensively, watching on from a distance and carefully kind of being at a reasonably safe distance. And then the twins, who are still kind of like, whoa, like taking their sweet time because they're elves and they have it, right? Fuck them. But you'd also see that their weapons and armor and the like, everything that has a magical aura is displaying it to you fully. You can see in the magical spectrum. The ashes glow. It's kind of like a dark color, but there's something bright inside that's radiating golden, which is not a normal magical aura. So a part of your shifting of forms is you can always see as if you're under the effects of the spell Detect Magic.
Ooh, okay. Um, have other people become awakened in this team
Everybody but you
above
for now, yeah.
above table? Okay, so I just had a very strange experience with the fish.
What happened?
I'm not really sure, but I feel very different. And there is something emanating from these remains. A form of magic that I can't identify it, but it's very, very powerful. Unlike any other magic that we
What do you see?
have, like a golden glow.
Soul will hold up the ring that they put in the forge thing last week and ask, does this glow the same way?
Similar.
It's similar. Is it the same? So it's the same kind of gold tone?
So what I can say here is it's the same kind of gold tone. The difference between the two is one is projecting the light in in manifesting it into the material. So it's kind of like a sheen, right? It'd be kind of more like a sheen, not so much like an actual like radiance. Whatever's inside this thing, that's where the radiance is coming from. But they do appear to be similar. So like maybe the thing inside of the chest is what's powering the thing in the hand.
Mm.
So it's like your ring got dipped in whatever that is.
I suppose that would make sense since the first portal that started the elemental adventure was inside of the Axiom.
Okay.
So this body's powering the portals?
Or somebody tried to touch what is powering the stuff.
Oh, so Rex, you probably shouldn't touch the body. It's
Do you do it anyway?
or should we?
Brent, did you say yeah?
I've been kind of just waiting, and Rex is just
Just
kind of listening to Arya, but his hand is slowly going towards.
If no one stops
He
him,
just kind of like okay, gold makes me want to
Rex,
grab it more.
it can kill you. It could kill you if you touch it.
I've died 3 or 4 times in here. I'm fine.
he reaches in.
Not wrong.
The dust disturbs, and he touches something. The second you touch it, Rex, you fall asleep.
Okay.
Oh no. He's dead.
And I will explain what happens to you while you're asleep, but you're just unconscious. If someone wakes you up, someone wakes you up.
Gotcha.
In character, Arya says, "Oh no, he's dead."
No, literally,
Yep.
there's no way you could misiddentify what has happened to him.
I was gonna say Soul leans over and
Is he
hears snoring.
snoring?
Like, no, he's
yeah,
he's just-
it's
he's
probably
tired.
immediate. It's probably like a honk shoot, like, kind of.
on the floor. Wee wee
Wee, 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 wee.
Oh,
Oh, he's just a guy. He's just a little guy.
a nap doesn't sound so bad, right? Oh,
Touch the stove, or touch whatever that's
I
going
mean,
on in there. Yeah.
Elves don't normally sleep, right?
No,
No, we
but
don't.
I have.
Yeah.
oh god, this is like everyone getting into the sarcophaguses all over again.
That is when I slept. It was very weird.
Does someone wake up Rex, or you let him take a good longer, like nice?
I mean, we're not doing anything.
Yeah,
I'm not waking him up.
He did a lot. He's
So I'm gonna take a minute though, if I have an uninterrupted minute
Mm-hmm.
to gain my spell slot back.
You bet.
We should probably wake him up.
Soul will gently nudge Rex with his foot.
Not with the foot.
In your stupor, Rex, you look and see a maiden floating in golden light, wrapped in what appears to be fabric made out of stars and the heavens themselves. She points at you, and you can just see the lower half of her face. It looks like there are cuts in her flesh that appear to have been sealed over with gold. She points at you, and she says, in a voice you will never forget, because it's Arya's, "This is not meant for you."
Okay.
And then, Saul's like, kick, I'm sorry,
Morning,
shaking.
sunshine. I didn't say kick. It was a gentle nudge.
Everybody imagined it was such. Come on now.
No.
Just vicious stomping.
I specifically used the word nudge.
He wears a lot of armor. He doesn't take bludgeoning
I did hear
damage.
that.
You gotta put a little effort into it to get through.
I mean, it would
the-
progressively get stiffer, yes, yeah. It would start with a light nudge, and then it might
that's not
turn
working.
into a stomp.
More effort.
I'm sure at one point I ended up having to jump up and down on their
Oh,
chest.
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
For sure.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like we know that Soul either functions like with a little tiny bloop, or like an
That's
a
right,
hammer.
there's-
So
Yeah. The first nudge didn't work, so I just dropped the roof on him. Whatever, you know.
Classic.
Classic.
Okay.
That was comfortable.
are you
Well,
all
there
right?
was-
Full
Okay.
spots in here.
Yeah, the gold thing's meant for you, and I'll point at Arya.
Oh,
It was you talking to me in there, so I think it's yours.
okay.
How hard did you sleep?
I don't know, but if you get cuts, apparently you're supposed to put gold in them.
You would hear the Arya voice like, "That's not at all what I implied."
I mean,
Just
Arya
doesn't hear
is,
it. No, yeah, cool.
feels like feels emboldened by Rex's kind of courage and boldness, and she just bloop, reaches
Wow.
in.
Open up your envelope.
Oh,
Ah!
I love that.
the black one.
Yeah.
and
And what you will
Oh
notice,
shit!
what you will notice in this moment, and I will allow for everybody else to roll a perception check as well.
I'm scared.
The thing that you notice, Arya, as you pick up whatever it is glowing in your vision, the
Oh.
body that lays here before you is roughly Arya shaped.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Ronnie, you would notice this as well. Now, the best way
How
to
could it
describe it before
be?
it gets disturbed, though, is that what's the name of the volcano from ancient Greece?
Vesuvius.
Vesuvius. It's like the Vesuvian man kind of like thing. It's like the people who are kind of like locked in this kind of death posture, and that appears
Yeah.
to be what you just disturbed. And as it's being kind of riffled and moved for a second time, you kind of see features that are very hard to detect, mind you, hence the high DC, but very much Arya shaped. Well, you can keep it to yourself, or you can let us all know what it said.
I mean, what in character do I know this?
So we'll explain narratively what happens to you
Okay.
as you pick up the stone. But if you want to let everybody know the details of what you have, that's up to
Yeah.
you.
So there's like a mechanical. It says you are bound to the fortune of the oracle. You gain a single first level spell slot that can be used for any spells that you know or have prepared. This slot is regained after taking a short rest. You also can add your proficiency bonus to Arcana rolls. That's fucking awesome.
That's
And
awesome.
then there's this.
Ooh.
I know, isn't that spooky?
So
Love that.
when you
Spooky.
touch the stone, it's still glowing for you. you're seeing in this spectrum. Everything
Mhm.
around you becomes radiant gold. To everyone else, you watch as Arya falls over and is unconscious.
Oh, great.
In the golden light and space that is before you, Arya, you see yourself in a robe of stars, and it's pulling back the hood, revealing you at what appears to be an older state of being. And it says to you, in a voice you will never forget because it is your own. However, to an untrained ear, such as Rex, you are always hearing your own voice in your head every time you speak,
Yeah.
every time you think. But the voice that speaks to you is alien. It is not your voice, but it is your voice. Do you understand what I'm kind of trying to relay here? Like, there is very much a certainty that it is not you. However, it is you.
Okay.
It says, "You see me here now. You have touched the divine. Forever now you are bound unto me. I am your future. You are my past. The eye with which you see is false. Seek me out. Become your own master." And it fades from view as sleep has taken hold of you. I'm assuming Ronnie having moved over to you, and I believe Elizabeth did a huh, like when I said you fall asleep.
Yeah, Ronnie, I let you do the scene, but Ronnie's like, "Oh no!" and then she'll try and like rouse Arya.
When you shake her awake, her eyes kind of glow a bit golden. There definitely seems to be something weird about her left eye that's different from before when she awakens. But it doesn't remain for long. It's just kind of like a faint golden glow that kind of dissipates after she's kind of.
Yeah, are you okay?
Yeah, I feel great.
Oh well, you passed out after you touched. I. It looks like you. The ash figure. It was weird.
I have an uncanny. Like Arya is talking still on her back, like like just laying there.
And there's
I
something
have an
still in your
uncanny
hand.
still in my hand. I have an uncanny feeling that that's probably me, or some version of me. I don't know.
Chronomancy or something?
When you
It's
look
illegal.
Like-
into your hand,
Future.
you see something very familiar to you. But this time with no voice commanding you to do horrid things to it. An eye rests in your palm. It looks like it's been completely turned into glass.
Does it look like?
It looks just like the eye that you
Okay.
consumed.
Is that an eye?
This is the one that I consumed, not the one that's been given to me
So you picked
that I
up,
have to feed
you
for
picked
someone.
up the eye out of what appears to be a body that was shaped like you,
Okay.
and when you looked down at it, it
I
would have
have a
been
set.
yeah, it would have been right around the stomach area where this was pulled from
Okay.
in the dust, and it was glowing radiant. And then you fell asleep, and then when you open your hand on awakening, there is an eye that looks exactly like the eye that you and I both are aware of, except that it is completely made out of glass instead of flesh. And there's also no voice commanding you to consume it.
Well, yeah.
I already did that.
What
Okay.
the heck is that? What is that, Arya?
Oh God. Arya kind of sits up. This is my source. This is where everything begins. This is the eye of a vicious cannibal hag. Whose sister kept me for who knows how long. And this is also what gave me my liberation. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why my future body is here. It frightens me to think that this is my future, and yet here we are, I guess.
Didn't the fortune teller back at the festival say something like this?
Fortune teller guided me to Maya, a young woman that serves some other patron. I mean, I guess we're all close enough. Even you, Rex, who, I don't know, I feel like we just met a few hours ago.
They did,
But
love
we've
you,
been
right?
through a lot. To know that obviously I'm not getting my powers from reading books or prayer.
I mean,
Sounds
we all get them from
mysterious.
somewhere.
Yeah, sounds mysterious, but also important.
Yeah, so
So you get yours from an eye?
yeah, from the I was Arya kind of swallows back her disgust. I had to survive, consume the eyeball of a fallen hag.
Ronnie and
So you're
Term.
resilient.
Oh, sorry. Say that again, Elizabeth. Sorry, I didn't mean
I
to.
said you're resilient.
Yeah.
Thank you,
And
Ronnie.
have a strong stomach.
I, I'd like the two of you
Yeah,
to
help
go
that
ahead.
Vicky.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead and make an Arcana roll, you two, and then sorry. Go ahead, Soul.
No, it's not important.
Me,
Oh,
Arcana?
was it a bit for you?
No, it was
Me,
a snarky
Arcana?
remark about it surviving. It must be a strong stomach because it survived. I survived in there for decades, right?
For however
Right.
long. So the two of you are kind of familiar with hags, and you know that hags are evil. That is basically what the common parlance on hags is. However, you're also people that don't rush to judgment, except for Tremaine. He does do that. So
Paladin.
just
Paladin!
just so
Nope,
we're
nope.
aware, the fact that Arya gets her power from a hag covenant, which you don't know much about or anything about really, just a hag really, seems to be a confession. That's very much something that you'd have to be very open to kind of admit.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. And Tremaine
Yeah,
appreciates that.
yeah, it's like confessing a great sin. Basically, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we could all sort of see the struggle that Arya is going through. It's not like you're like full on hagging out, right?
Hacking out, yes. I
Not
wish I
yet.
was.
Not yet.
I'm sure you do.
Get a few
Is
more
that
apple
why?
fritters in her and find out what happens.
Yeah.
Is that why the hag before asked if you were sent to her?
I'm probably yes.
Oh, well. You seem much nicer than her, at least in my
Yeah.
experience so far. She was mean.
So does
He
that mean if you
was.
eat that eye, you'll be double as powerful?
It's glass.
Strong
You don't gotta
stomach,
chew
right?
it.
Well, I suppose
I suppose.
maybe. Wait,
Maybe you're supposed to
maybe.
replace one of your eyes with it.
Maybe.
You might be able to see through
That's
it.
that's a lot of theory.
I think you
It's
should at least keep it safe for now.
Mhm.
I'll keep it safe. I may have a strong stomach, but I don't know that I could digest glass.
This probably would have been a lot more awkward had that shadow dragon had its deal taken.
Yeah, that's
Well-
true.
Again, it would have been different, but yeah, it would have also been the same. Set spots, but definitely different. You're not wrong, but I have
Well, who knows?
No, I just love the way
Ah.
Tom's.
No,
Tom,
I'm sure you had a contingency plan for it.
Tom played with me in real life. He's seen the chaos of my nodes, like, so he understands. He's like,
if this, then this. If
Yeah, it's
it would have
the
been
it's
funny
the
if
it's the Charlie It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia murder board of if accepts dragon covenant, go here.
I've upgraded since then, but yeah, it's still messy. I will.
How many copies of Visio do you have installed on your machine, John?
No,
Is it Visio?
no.
There's a
no.
flowcharting that thing.
No.
Yeah.
Is Visio good for flowcharting? I should probably invest, I guess. No.
Okay.
I use Photoshop because I'm stupid.
Yes, the great word processor, Photoshop.
No, it's good. Never mind. I'll show you one day. Not
Layers
today.
upon layers.
So many layers. That
Yeah.
said, at this point, with what you kind of gleaned here, you're not trying to imbibe it, right? I just want to make sure that that's not happening.
I don't think
Okay.
so.
And I'll let you
No.
know when it comes to knowledge about what it is and what it means.
Mhm.
I've given you all the information you're gonna get. So,
Okay.
It does look like the white static wall is the only way out of this round room.
Hmm.
Who goes first?
Well,
I want to fill up like a little pouch or, little vial full of like my
Yeah.
ashes,
Take
Okay.
a little piece of you
just
with
as
you.
a keepsake.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, go ahead and put
Pretty glad outside.
Oracle ashes on your sheet.
oh. Well, we still have Rex's friends to find. Well, the rest of them, she'll look at whoever has the sack of the
Rex,
body.
if you pass through, you will appear right back where it all began. The washing machine of going to Elemental Plane of Fire. The
Sick.
portal behind you is just white static, though. It does not seem to allow you to see back into that room.
Mm.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah, I'll
go
move out of the way so
through.
everybody else can move through.
Sure.
If we went somewhere, I don't know where we are.
I'll
Oh,
get you here in
I
a
don't
second.
think we went. Oh, okay.
If you're all going through, kind of moving on past, you appear right back where you began the whole elemental ordeal. From this point, there is really backtracking to the bridge or the elevator and then going the other direction. Or, if you wish to, you can go back to the bridge to the south and engage with the floating battle angel. Your call.
I guess we gotta go beat the wings off of her.
Do you think that's the direction your friends went? I mean,
I
she
don't
didn't
know.
like tell us, but you still have at least 2 missing friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so
Looks at
many
the
other
back
directions
again.
that could have gone.
But if we go through this way, we can complete more of the map, and then maybe it'll be like a kind of like a circle, and we can go back around to the other side.
Not a
Could
bad
be.
thought.
Well, I guess we can hope.
Okay. So if
I
you're
mean, we
heading
know at least one of your friends came down this way.
Yeah.
True. If you head back through to the right path bridge, so before, as again, the golden glow is still present despite the disruption. Seems whatever power was drawn from the divinity has some legs to it. The entity floats above, but as you approach, this time, instead of throwing forth a threatening order, she states, Oracle, you wish to pass to allow the burdens of your Oh, hold on. Sorry. Let me get my notes out. Trying to do it from memory.
You were doing great.
I was. I thought.
Did
I
I
was doing
build
great.
And
this
then you
shit?
doubted yourself.
No. You didn't build this shit. Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Chill.
Just own it.
Chill. No, it would say, do you wish to relieve the burdens of your dancer once again?
What?
Oh my god. I don't know what the fuck that means.
So could I just get above the table? Is this the same one that said you cannot enter I protect the one that fell?
No. That
So
was
it's the-
the,
no, that's
that
not
was
the
the
same one.
primordials. You already got
That
the
was
one
the
that fell
primordial, okay.
was Arya's ashes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that fell. Was
I
Arya.
am the protect. No, that's the other one. I didn't write the angel's speech down.
It was the
Essentially,
dancer.
you shall not pass.
It was effectively you shall not pass.
Yeah.
I will fucking cut you. You will
I
not
will
pass.
cut you
So
so
do
deep.
you
will
wish-
cut
I'll cut you,
I will
so-
cut you so deep.
Could you just repeat what it said to Arya?
said-
Do you wish to?
It asked Oracle, do you wish to relieve the burdens of the dancer once again?
I don't.
What do you wish to do beyond the bridge? No, true, the Hierophant does not wish your presence unless you are relieving the burdens of the dancer.
Does not wish. Jeez. Your presence.
Man, I feel very responsible and also very lost.
Well, I'm just thinking.
It's like a
just
job.
Exactly that. This is like Dance's End. You're the dancer. Dance's End. Right? Something.
Dance could also just be an allegory to the dance.
The
from
dance
older
journal,
games. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
But I
There's a-
mean, you know, this is. I'm
There's a lot going
trying.
here.
It could also just be dirty.
Dirty dancing. Yeah. No one puts
Dirty
Ronnie in a
dancing.
corner.
I am baby.
Wait, why are we going this way?
Sorry. I was going to go with anybody else's name, but none of them ended with like an E, like a soul E in a corner.
No.
we think
She
this is
is
the-
baby.
She is
She
baby.
is the baby.
We're going this way because I think it's one of two ways to go. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
other way-
we need
the
to
other way
find his
being-
friends.
Okay, so there's a Hierophant that doesn't want to be bothered.
No. Let me reiterate, just
Okay.
to make sure it's clear. The Hierophant does not wish you to pass this bridge unless you are going to relieve the burden of the dancer.
If we go based on the elementals, we just gotta kill someone who's dancing, apparently.
And then they're never going to dance again.
Rex is like, and that's what it is. That's what. I did the
Only
math.
beat ain't got no rhythm.
Okay.
Boom, boom, the rhythm of the-
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
we need to relieve the dancer of their burden.
It points with its flaming sword towards the path on the side that you are on, specifically here.
Okay.
Where? Sorry.
Here. And if
Oh,
you
okay.
pass it,
Sorry, the map's
it will
big.
not disturb you or your allies. As you
All right,
walk
allies.
through the glowing area, the light seems to terminate inside of the space beyond. Almost as if someone had shut off the lights.
Where are we?
The space ahead is dark. It feels very cavernous. And you've been in a big ass cave this whole time. But this seems like the most open form of darkness that you have ever stepped foot in inside the Helma. Some of you have insanely good dark vision, so are able to see quite well. Others,
Am I still supposed to be seeing through people?
yes. And are you?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, good.
I can't even see through myself.
Why are there two
I
teammates? That
see
should be a red.
two termites. Yeah.
That
I
should
was
be a
like, like,
range.
is that another power?
Yeah, no. You're just like, more powers.
I've been Tremaine the whole time.
What?
So,
I had two brothers.
I believe the only person who can really see the gravity of what's ahead in full is Arya, due to 120 dark vision. But what you see ahead of you appears to be some sort of artifice. Not unlike a lot of the mechanisms you've seen in this space. It looks like some sort of core structure. Like a massive containment unit or engine of some sort. I have a handout. Hold on. I just am having trouble getting to it.
It looks like the center of the.
From the distance, you can see
Oh
that
shit!
it appears to have very strange looking tubules coming off of it. Not very depicted in this piece, the above board image, because there's a pretty sizable gap between the top of the core, the kind of crown of the core, if you will, and the thing that rests above it. The thing that rests above it has all of these tubes that are kind of connected to it, but no energy is really going into it. No energy is exiting it. It looks like whatever it is supposed to be doing isn't happening. And then you hear a voice. A woman's voice. You aren't her. How did you pass the Seraph? Did you kill it?
I might be her.
Flame erupts in kind of like a pattern that is almost angelic itself. And then a woman's foot kind of steps down, completely covered in plate armor. And you watch as what appears to be some sort of fiendish being appears before you. And I will also have a handout for that. Hold on a sec. I think I do.
Is this Lucifero?
No. That's for that to you. I don't have the handout because apparently I am a failure. Hold on. Bear with. I can get you an image. Copy image. Post. Bam. Click it here. Do a little bit of that
Wow,
action.
that is super cool. Holy crap.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
If you
Rex,
have-
you got this.
If you have religion trained, you immediately recognize this entity as an Erenyes, which is a fallen angel, a devil of vengeance and righteous wrath.
You got this, Rex.
This is all you, buddy.
Okay.
Rex and Co. Everybody go ahead and make a perception check. I believe the light should have changed for everybody. Did it or did it not?
No.
Yeah, I can
It
see
did for me.
She should be glowing. Hold on.
Yeah.
for sure.
Do you
Oh, I see it now. It's just way far down.
Way far down. Yeah. Okay, so perception checks for everybody now that there's light.
Not good.
Okay, so Rex, with the advantage, you'd see it on the ground near to the base of this thing, right about here-ish. You would see a body kind of lying on the ground. It seems that from this distance you can't tell whether or not it's still moving, but you would recognize that person anywhere. Lying on the ground is the lithe form of Lara Deifer, the cleric, or rather sorcerer, of the crew. Lara was the main map taker. Jeremiah was kind of like the main guy. But yeah, you can't tell whether or not she's moving or not. She just appears to be unconscious. And I think I have a token for her. Nope, I'm a failure once again. I'm just going to go ahead and put a corpse. Call it a corpse for now. I don't have a corpse token. Wow, I'm a big old loser. Question mark.
'Cause nobody can die.
Nobody can die, right?
Dance Eternal again.
That is where the individual will be located. I'll make it a little smaller so it's not so glaring. Yeah, there we go.
She did look like a little gal.
Yeah. The Arianes is kind of standing at the top of the core, kind of beneath the massive structure above. And she said what she said. She said, "You are not her," and you said, "You are her." And then she'll say, "If so, prove it." And she'll kind of gesture intimidatingly.
Well, I guess we have to fight her.
Oh snap. God, she's far as fuck. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
she did say bet, so.
Oh, I do see now.
No cap.
On God.
Oh, okay. Hex is 90 feet. So
Or speaking Brent
I'm gonna
Sanders.
step forward with Rex. And I will use my shiny new spell slot to wait. No, I don't want to hex her. What do I want to do? Okay, I think I'm gonna save my shiny spell slot. No, I'm gonna. Oh wait, come back, Rex, get back
So
over
Rex,
here.
you start to march forward. Again,
God damn it.
You don't have to take commands. You have purpose. If you move up to that location, that's absolutely fine. It definitely is confirmed for you with that perception check. That is Lyra.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go ahead, Brent. If you want to move forward, move forward.
Yeah, Rex would be kind of single-minded and just walking forward towards her.
And then Jisha.
okay, I'm gonna run up behind Rex,
Okay.
slap him on the back,
Okay. We're slapping.
with my using a shiny new spell slot to give you protection from evil and good.
Oh, that's not that song. I hate the naming conventions. Sorry, bad music.
I believe in you.
It's fine. I'll figure it out here in a second. Okay, so you are casting a spell. Okay, everybody else can take a free turn. Absolutely fine. And then we'll get to the rolling of initiative.
I will.
Don't make it too complicated. I'm trying to find the music.
No, you're good. You're
It's fine.
good. You're
Bring it,
good.
bring it, bring
Is
it, bring it.
So what-
the floor? Is it
Completely
stone
flat,
or what is it?
and it does appear to be like a combination of stone and metal.
Okay, I'm gonna go over here on this stone, and we're gonna bring it all the way back to our first entry into the Helmaw, and we're gonna do that thing where we crouch down and set up.
Okay.
Cool.
There we are. That's the ticket. Okay.
I'm actually really good back here, but I will convert meta magic points into a spell slot.
For sure.
Oh, I do have a question. Is my servo guy, is
Oh, great.
he
Hold on.
his own dude?
Yeah, he is, if you want him to be. Are you gonna click him and throw him to the side?
Yeah.
Okay. And where is the token? I didn't I didn't make him.
Sorry, I'm making
No,
you do more.
It's okay.
than-
I do have a token for him. I didn't make the sheet for him because I am a failure. Let's see. Do. Oh my gosh. Bear with me here for a second. And then, anybody else have anything that they're doing in the prelude? I said take a turn, but Rex already did. Ronnie did. Arya did. Tremaine, what are you doing? Did I miss what you said?
Gee, hold on a second.
Sure. Oh my god, he's so big.
Big boy.
There he goes. Yeah, I don't have his sheet made, but he doesn't really do anything in combat for you.
Okay.
You can see through his vision, similar to the spell from Find Familiar, but you'll have to use your action to kind of do that. Oh, I think
Take
you
the
can,
dodge action.
you can put touch spells through him.
Oh, sick.
So if you wanted to like cast Cure Wounds, if it's adjacent to an ally, you could do it through him instead of yourself.
I'll have him kind of get
Hang out with
closer
them.
to the group. Yeah.
Okay. And then Sol, you're cool where you're at, right? Alright, so Rex, as you kind of march forward, the Erenyes kind of throws its sword to the side. It bursts in kind of pinkish red flame, and its just whole body seems to kind of alight. It lifts off of the ground, and kind of its wings kind of bat gently as it descends down towards Lyra, and it floats about 10 feet overhead, looking down at her, points the sword straight down, and says, "This one a friend of yours, child?"
Do
An
not
initiative.
touch.
I'm sorry, what did you say in response?
Do not touch.
Do not touch.
I love that. I love that.
Initiative.
Iconic.
Iconic.
that's You fucking puns.
Whoops, that's the wrong thing.
Alright.
Here we go.
I believe initiative is all on the docket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Okay. Double checking. Okay, cool. It will initiate on 21, but again on 20 for lair action. Ronnie, you are first on the ticket. You kind of drop down to a knee, kind of set the arrows ready, and fire time. And I love that the focus is catching his cheek instead of me.
It knows what we pay
so-
for.
Yeah. The camera's like,
Bang,
they want the
bang.
cat. They want this little tufty.
Why does my longbow +2 have such shitty rolls?
It's you, it's not it.
Wow.
So as the arrows come flying in, it just kind of like bats the arrows out of the air, like a cat at a laser toy. That's it for you, right?
Yes.
And you designated it with your hunter's mark, I assume.
Yes.
Okay, it'll go to her. On her initiative, she will kind of look at you and like kind of just spit in fiendish. But she understands. It seems that she kind of understands right of challenge, which is strange because you haven't committed to a right of challenge as a Goliath. It raises the sword up and kind of like points it at you, and then flies straight at you, which means that
Oh,
it will take your bait, so to speak. As she comes towards you, her left hand becomes manifest with a whip, and her sword hand kind of comes in with the brush. She is going to attack 3 times, once at Termaine, once at Rex, and once over top at Arya, and then it'll use the whip.
Remember, Rex has protection.
Correct. From, yep. So a disadvantage against Rex. First attack will be against Termaine. Termaine, you see the feint coming a mile away, and you're just kind of like, block! Then 2 attacks against Rex. So the first attack definitely hits. The second attack does not hit. And
The
I need you.
disadvantage.
Yep. I need you to roll a d20 for me, Rex. Okay. So in your favor. So she comes in, she kind of bats the shield on Termaine, brings her first attack in, and kind of cleaves into your shoulder, dealing 16 points of slashing damage and 16 points of necrotic damage.
oh my god.
Then she kind of raises the blade again and brings it down, and you kind of just swat at her wrist with the hammer, just in like kind of like a master stroke. You catch her in the wrist, and it causes her sword to go flying away from her. It lands on the ground with a loud kind of clatter, clatter, and like screech across the metal. And as she does that, the whip she was getting ready to use on you, she kind of throws it to the side, catches the sword, and flares it back into her hand. Rex, you're up.
Oh,
Oh, wait, sorry. No, you're not. No, you're not. 20. Sorry. So, as she kind of does that, you hear the entirety of the space kind of whir, and then you also feel this outward humming sound, and then there's kind of like a pulse that comes from the core. Everybody make a Constitution saving throw.
Even me, all the way back here in another
Entirety of the
plane.
room. It actually reverberates, so yeah, we'll discuss what the damage is when it kind of happens. DC is a meager 14 on this one, so Rex, you're good. Tremaine, you're good. Ronnie, you fail by 1. Everybody else is cool. So, no damage for those who passed. It'll be 13 points of thunder damage
man.
for those who failed. And you feel like if this keeps happening, like this weird kind of that's kind of happening, Ronnie, you'll start to become sick. Like it's kind of like a like kind of like you're in a car that has too much bass, or you know, whatever the effect you want to kind of link to too much sound is kind of happening. Rex, you are now up.
okay. So would it be long enough for me to have my giant strikes for the first turn, or do I need to
Yeah,
wait?
I'm gonna say so.
Okay. And then I would like to go big
Okay.
with my large form.
So the issue here is that ability doesn't allow you to displace people, so you'll have to shift
Yeah.
and then go. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Then I will swing on her 3 times.
Okay. So the first 2 hit, the last one does not.
Okay.
20 is probably her armor class if you're doing good maths. So
And then my giant strikes is 4d6 force damage.
13, we're looking at 22 so far.
You want me to roll the giant strike separately, or can I roll it all together?
Roll it all together. There's no resistances here. Not against this anyway. Okay. Rex done. Tremaine, you're up. And
Swing, swing.
I would say that the very first thing that you notice kind of mentally is that when Rex steps aside and grows big, it kind of leaves this perfect avenue straight to Arya, who she referred to as not the Oracle. Her beef appears to be, well, she appears to have multiple beefs. Devils do.
Then we're
be
gonna
like that.
we're gonna interpose ourselves there. Go swing, swing.
First attack misses, second attack catches her. She kind of deftly blocks it and goes, and you kind of, fuck you, and lands straight forward as she tries to,
So
like...
I click. Great. So I click the crit damage,
Yes, please. Alright.
and then sap.
And do you want to use your bonus action to Divine Smite? Divine Smite is not going to be affected by the crit. It'll just be normal, but
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
An extra 5.
Roll an extra D8. This is a fiend.
This is a fiend. All right. So yeah. Oh man. Oh well.
Okay.
What are you gonna
It
do?
could be the
What
one
are
we
you gonna
need.
do? It could be the one we need. It's true.
It will block a Chad.
It could be the anti-Chad.
The anti-Chad. Soul.
Gonna take off the glove to activate innate sorcery, and then
Pause for a second. So the second you do that, you see the Arrhenius kind of look over in your direction, and her eyes kind of go, like, what the fuck?
Ruh-roh.
And everybody clocks that. Like, there's no one that doesn't clock that.
and then I guess Sorcerer's Burst.
Except for Rex, he can't see in the dark. Okay, bring it. Hit. On the nose.
Let's do more psychic damage, sure.
Okay. No
Well.
eights. It seems to go fine. You kind of cause the burst, like purple energy flies at her, kind of connects with her head. She kind of grabs her head in pain for a second before kind of going back to the fight. Soul done. Anything else?
No.
Arya.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna do something stupid.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do it. So I'm gonna move here. Then I'm going to use my Steps of the Fae.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to teleport here.
Sure, you don't want to move towards the fallen near the core?
I mean, I really can't do anything for her.
Okay.
I guess I could.
Check and see if she's even alive.
I guess that's the right thing to do. And then I'll use Haunting Step. Creatures within 5 feet of the space I left must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw against my spell save DC, or have disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than me
And you
until the
made-
start of my
you made
next
sure
turn.
that when you teleported, you weren't adjacent to any of your allies, right? Yeah,
No, I was next to
Termaine.
Tremaine, so I'm not going to do that then.
No, it's fine.
Instead,
You could have moved further down and then teleported.
okay, are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
She doesn't have Sentinel or anything crazy to inhibit that, so you move forward,
Okay.
get close to her to stop opportunity attacks and get points. You bamf to Lyra, and then you would see that she is alive. It does look like she's pretty well beaten up, and when she kind of looks up at you, her merfolk eyes kind of like flutter a bit. They're like a bright reddish color, and she looks up at you, and she holds up in her hand what appears to be a strange-looking glowing gold shard. She says as she then passes out from the pain. But her hand kind
Okay.
of like holding this up to you. Do you take it from her?
Yeah, I take it.
Okay, so you take this weird gold shard, and then she falls unconscious. She's breathing, but she just seems to be kind of like not.
Above the table, I have
Yes.
a potion of healing. Should I
If you want to use your
use
action,
it?
because you already
on
used
an
your bonus
NPC?
action, you can if you want.
I
to.
did, yeah.
You want to throw?
Or should
her
I
up?
save it for a PC?
Your call.
I'm pulling the table.
I mean, I have plenty of spell slots and a potion or two left, so.
But you're all the way over there.
I mean, I can healing word her from here too, if it gets around to my turn. So there's a few options.
Uh,
I didn't know you could do it that far. That's crazy. That's good.
That's
don't know.
great spell sniper speed.
Oh yeah.
so
I
Rex,
made all the fucking way back here.
you know what? For Rex's sake, I'll like administer a potion of healing, and that'll
Okay.
be my action.
That's going to make this a very interesting fight, to be sure. Hold on.
And I'm out of potion of healing now.
Okay. So, Arya done. Ronnie, you are up.
I made a lot of choices.
I'm proud of you.
I was muted, but we're bracing ourselves and trying again. Nope. New bow, who dis?
Yeah, she just kind of deftly kind of bats the arrows out of the air as they're incoming. Okay, on her initiative, bear with me here. Boo, boo, boo. Boo. And then boo, boo. Bam. What? Oh god, not now. Pause for a second, sorry.
Problem.
Roll 20 is doing the thing where it's asking me to log in.
Oh.
Rude.
Weird.
Damn, that taunting face stuff was real powerful.
I think it does it because I'm logged in two different windows.
Oh.
Yeah.
Probably.
But I mean, it's the way that I stream. I don't want to display my GM's stuff on.
No, that's fair.
Did
Okay.
it roll a wisdom saving throw for that taunting step though?
It did. It passed. It has magic resistance.
Or shit, that's what that is.
So
Ooh.
it will turn on you, Arya. It is going to cast a spell on you, and then it is going to attack the others. It'll cast the spell, and then it'll still make 3 attacks. 2 on Rex and 1 on Termaine. With Rex first. 24 and 23, both of those will hit.
Both those at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. So the first one's going to be a 23, because I rolled both out. Then the second one will be a miss. So the damage will be 14 slashing and 11 necrotic. And then the spell that it's casting, Arya, I need you to make a saving throw. But here is where we come to the second part of your power. You have magic resistance, which means when you are the target of a spell, you have advantage on saving throws for that spell.
Wow, you are super
Sick.
magic-y.
Yep.
What am I rolling?
So you will be rolling a wisdom saving throw.
With advantage, right?
Yes.
Yeah. 19?
That's going to pass. I just need to see if there's a fail effect since it's not letting me see the description. On a failed save, takes 3d6 psychic damage. On a successful, half as much. So you will be taking a total of 6 points of psychic damage. You hear whispers in your head, and you kind of just dispel them with your strength of will and newfound magic resistance.
Like, lady, I've got 6 voices in my head already between all these patrons. Go away.
Yeah.
We're booked.
Arrhenius is done. It'll go to the lair action. Everybody make a Constitution saving throw. That
I'm
will
not good at those.
include. Now she's a live target. I'm gonna go ahead and make her valid. I got
Oh,
it.
I'm
Liz.
having a great time.
Okay, so it's not a great damage roll. What did we get on the healing from the health potion?
Oh, I didn't roll it. I'm sorry.
No worries. 2d4 plus 2. Okay.
8.
So she has 2 hit points remaining after taking the half, which would have been 6, and the full would have been 12. So if you did not pass a DC 14 Constitution saving throw, you're taking 6. If you did pass it, if you didn't pass that DC 14, you're taking 12. Sorry, my brain sometimes doesn't work.
Yeah, I was like, I
What
just
the fuck
took
is he
12
saying?
off mine. Yeah,
12 is what you take if you failed. 6 is what you take if
Uh-huh.
you succeed. Got it.
I got a 3. I failed.
At this
Or
point,
that new bow isn't cursed.
At this point, too, you can see that
It might have
the
been.
device is kind of glowing. And for whatever reason, Ronnie, the glow is really cool to you. Like, it's enthralling. And when it goes full, like, activated, you'll see. Ronnie thinks it looks great. Rex, you're up.
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna activate my giant
Strikes.
strikes again.
We got strikes again. Okay, hit, and miss. Roll a... No, you're an NPC. It doesn't matter. Damage. 24. Okay. Plus 9 more. Alright, it's pretty messed up. She's pretty messed up. Termaine, you are up.
Yeah, we're gonna swing again. Oh fudge! So one
Roll a
hit.
D20.
Oh, did you apply sap with your?
Yeah, I sure did. I rolled
Okay.
I rolled twice, and on my first attack, I have disadvantage because of protection, and I have disadvantage because of sap. So
Mm.
yeah, Rex is
Okay, doke.
super defensive.
Oh, beans.
Taking
yeah,
the dodge action too.
And then yeah, roll a
Glo-
D20 for the fumble.
sure.
Okay, so that means that your condition on the glowing blue sentient longsword +2 will result in a fine condition.
Okay.
And when you do that, you hear a oh god. in your head.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Ouch!
And you're like,
Ouch!
What? You kind of freak out and you're like, who the fuck? And then you go, oh.
What's this guy? Is that
You haven't been talking much. And
any
it
advice?
doesn't reply at all.
Oh, fudge.
Seems to be completely quiet. Soul, you are up. Jesus
Oh, hey.
Christ.
Nice.
No ace.
It's a damn shame.
It's a damn shame. I don't even know if that works for the crit damage. I'll have to look at the wording. That's very interesting. Solid Blast, what's the damage type psychic again?
Yeah, since that worked last time, we'll just stick with that.
Makes sense. Soul done, Arya up, and after you go, Lyra will go.
Okay. So I'm gonna throw. What am I doing with my brain?
I have no idea.
We're doing.
There's no.
Okay, here we
I
go.
have no help for you.
Realize. 22.
22 will hit.
Okay, that's with no hex. Another 22,
Also hitting.
and then that's with no hex. Total of 19.
Okay.
And then I have a bonus. You know what? I'm gonna keep moving this way
Okay.
a little bit, and that's my turn.
All right. Ronnie, you are up.
NPC.
Oh, sorry. You're right. I just said it out loud.
Yeah.
She kind of stumbles up, kind of gets back to her feet, looks at the situation, and she will throw forward an arcane burst.
Sorcerer party.
She hits, and you watch as like the bolt of arcane energy kind of slams into the back of the creature and kind of topples it a bit. She looks over her shoulder at Lyra and like spits a bunch in Fiendish. She appears to be kind of now focused on Lyra. Ronnie, did you already throw your shot? No, you're up now.
No, I was waiting.
Yep.
You can do it. This is the one. This time.
That would have been the perfect time to skip your initiative, actually, now that I think about it. This isn't Cyberpunk. Oh my god.
One of them hit!
Yeah.
Ah, that's too funny.
Leave me alone. I'm doing my best.
It's okay.
Ah!
It's okay. It takes some damage. It takes... It'll go to its initiative, which it should not have by all right. And it will engage. It's going to attack again. Rex, Tremaine. But I'm going to Magic Whip Rex before all of that. Or Magic Rope, I guess, is what it's called. Go ahead and make a Strength saving throw.
Yeah, you have advantage.
Yes, you do.
21.
21 will succeed. She kind of whips around your leg and tries to kind of grasp you, and you kind of like shake it off without an issue. She then brings the sword in, kind of like lops at your waist. With disadvantage. First attack will miss. Second attack will hit. And it will...
I'm going to Stone's Endurance.
15 slashing damage. Go ahead and roll your d12. And that's plus 4.
Yeah, plus 3.
Plus 3, okay. So 11, so you're going to take 4 slashing damage and 16
Minus-
necrotic. So it's 15 slashing, reduced down to 4, plus 16.
Just the
So-
one because of my stone sturdiness.
Yeah, correct. So you should be taking a total of 17.
Yeah, I'm almost chatted.
Okay, on 20.
Wait, you are? Oh shit.
Everybody needs to go ahead and make me another Constitution saving throw.
Oh, fuck.
I believe in myself.
You look over to Lyra, and you're like,
I hate myself.
I will save you! As you're kind of getting cut in the crotch area, the waist, and then boom, and like the pulse kind of hits, but it's kind of glowing, and light seems to kind of fill the space. And when you get hit by this, you take you're going to take 9 radiant damage if you succeeded, or if you failed, and then 4 if you failed. So
Oh,
enough-
just 9?
just 9, yeah, just 9. Sorry, I
Bless.
keep saying it.
Or if
weird.
you passed.
No, 4 if you passed, right? But it's enough to knock Rex over, and it's also enough to knock over Lyra. So both of you kind of drop down. And this is the shift. So when that pulses like that, again, this is very engaging to Ronnie for some reason.
It would have been hilarious if that had killed me.
Oh, yeah, no, for me, even funnier. It starts glowing in its center, and the core appears to ignite. And I will show you what that looks like from a side profile. Bear with me
Ooh.
here. I also need to adjust the table. A lot going on here. One day I'll be able to do this quicker, but today is not that day. Bam. So now it's entirely alight. The whole map is clear to you now, right, Soul?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. And then the handout that I promised. Locations, Axiom Core activated. So it's glowing. This handout more of a blue coloration. Just imagine that instead is kind of a bright gold.
Pretty.
And yeah, the thing up top kind of moves, and you can see gold light going through the tubes. You can kind of see there's like a blue light going through them, but yeah, gold for us. Okay. Done. Rex, you are just you're taking your turn now. So you're an NPC, which means that if you roll, you're going to roll a death saving throw. If you pass this, you're fine. If you fail this, you are dead. So, okay, you're good. Rex,
Good fucking God.
Rex is alive.
Wow. So no more death saving throws for Rex.
Rex is stabilized, correct.
Okay, great.
But Lyra is in the same position, and will be her turn will be happening right after Arya's. So if you want her to live, similarly, you're gonna need to help her. Tremaine, you're up.
Or we
I
could
reckon-
just also throw her into the bag.
Attack. One.
And Rex. Go ahead and roll damage.
No, only Lyra could probably fit.
Okay.
Critical
So,
damage
Tremaine,
is
you
watch-
14, and then
You
Go ahead.
watch as Rex falls to the ground, kind of toppled from the waist high hits, and as you kind of see her kind of turning her attention to you, you bring your blade forward, and she kind of catches it, and you kind of pull her blade astride, and then stab forward. The tip of the blade slams right into her throat, and you lance right through her neck. And as you kind of stop there for a second, getting ready to flourish the second attack, her like choked voice kind of, "Ah! You damn dancer!" And then she's dead and becomes a black smoky mote of like darkness that just fades from view. Having religion
she
trained,
says-
"You damned dancer," when you stab her. Yeah,
So she says that to Tremaine.
correct.
Okay.
And then she turns into what all fiends who die in the material plane do, a puff of black smoke that smells like sulfur.
Stinky.
Yeah. Oh wait, oops.
We're
still have to go on the
we're
initiative.
still dying.
Shut up. I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The servo's too far away. Yeah, it needs to be within 30 for you to cure wounds.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Soul has a
ask.
turn though. Soul, do you really have the ability to healing word at 120?
It has to be something with an attack roll, but I have enough movement to get within the 60.
Okay,
Yeah,
boom. You drop a healing word on her. She's an NPC. We don't need to worry about rolling it because we're fine there. She may stay with you. She may not. And then Rex is being healed by someone, I hope.
Yeah, my servo can do cure wounds on him.
Okay. So
Does that mean Rex gets injected by a bunch of syringes? Is that how that applies to cure wounds for you?
No, it's more like it kind of touches with like the weird bow leg, and then like doom, leg made out of a bow, by the way, is what I meant. Not like a bowed leg.
Why not both?
Yeah.
I guess it
A
could
bow
technically.
leg would be
It is
bowed.
kind of weird, like a recur kind of deal. But Rex, you're back to consciousness. Lyra's back to consciousness, and she's kind of backing away from the core. And you folks are conscious. I just want to go ahead and just leave the table to you.
Are the thunders done? I don't feel great.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's
And
pulsing anymore.
she's like also just like staring at the gold.
Where's Cutter?
She looks
Cutter.
at you. We got split up on. We got split up on the other side. He ran ahead, and some sort of water trap took him. Jeremiah looked at the
He's dead.
situation. What?
Yeah, I'll Rex a hand with the bag of holding. He's in there.
You got his body though?
Yeah, I put him in the bag.
Oh, great. Okay, we can take him back up to the surface. We can get him brought back to life. Cutter got caught up in a water trap on the other side of the elevator, and Jeremiah decided that it was too risky for us to continue ahead, with the trap being what it was, and he said we should probably go and try and look for some way to start the elevator again. We ended up in this long hallway, or series of hallways, and she kind of pulls out her map and kind of show it to you. And Ronnie, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, you're kind of like, like,
opens up journal. Yeah, mine looks like that too.
yeah, but hers looks better. Like, she has cartography, like, tools trained. Like, she's using...
So do I.
Do you really?
Yeah, I have this whole fucking time,
Yeah,
John.
Yours is better than hers.
Why are you fucking slandering our cartographer, you
You're
son of a bitch?
Well, she's a spellcaster, but she is charisma based, so I guess that would not look better. This is not the music. This is a little too pumped.
Ours looks equally good.
Yours looks
No,
better.
fuck
I
that.
would
Yours
say.
looks better.
Completely honestly, I again, not doing a bit. I forgot that you had cartography tools trained. That's on me. I'm going to forget your initiative the next 3 or 10 times.
It all balances out in the end. Don't worry
I'll
about it.
bounce on you. So she kind of explains the situation. Her map looks pretty close to yours. It doesn't look like it has as much as Jeremiah's map seemed to kind of portray regarding the wing that you were in. It's pretty much just a straight shot south. And she says that once we got to this point, Jeremiah opened this door. We saw an angel, and it told us not to pass. So
And you did anyway.
he and I decided to go a different direction. Well, then Jeremiah tried to open a door, and it blasted him.
Mm-hmm.
He told me to run. I did. Once I got away from him, I headed back to the angel and pleaded with it to give me some sort of solace. And I guess I was pretty convincing. She said to come into here, but then something in the shadows knocked me unconscious, and then you showed up shortly after, I think.
There was a fiend in here.
Oh, right. Right, I saw her too. Kind of gestures. When I first came in, I don't think it was her that caused me issue. It was something... I don't know why I keep thinking these words, but it's something called the Slayer?
A lot of mononym titles in here.
It's almost like it's a theme, Lyra says to you, kind of looking over at you very interestedly.
It's almost as if this is somebody's plan.
It's called the Axiom, the Hierophant, was what the angel was talking about. I'm sorry, the Seraph. And she's like, it's very strange, but I mean, I guess as far as branding goes, it's pretty good. We're the ghosts of Tarn
Any
Keep,
cl-
and our names are a fucking smorgasbord. Sorry, go ahead.
Any clue as to what the dancer might be?
I don't know anything about that.
Hmm.
Did
Tremaine would
someone-
say to Arya, it called me a dancer too. When I
You da-
struck it down.
You do have the build.
Okay.
kind of Fred Asterian kind of look, yeah. Fred Asterian, like Asterian from Baldur's
Remain
Gate.
in like ballet outfit.
For sure.
Didn't intentionally mean the
Oh.
bit, but there. Go ahead. Sorry, Rex.
I'm probably shrunk by now, but Rex will walk over to Tremaine and tap him on the back and be like, nah, it's because we dance with death.
We dance with death. That's for sure.
I've done that.
Rex, that is for sure. Yeah, both Rani and I have done that.
So the glowing gold aura in front of you, Arya, to everyone it kind of looks like the gold on the hammer, the gold on the lines, everything that you've seen so far. But to you, it's like both of the auras that you saw when shown the eye and the hammer kind of simultaneously inside of the crypt. It's like both of those are transfused over one another. Like there's a manifestation of golden light, but there's also a power source inside that seems to be glowing as well.
Okay. Can I? Oh, okay. So I already have proficiency with Arcana,
Uh-huh.
by the way. So I don't add it twice, right?
Right.
Okay. So, could I try to
Make an Arcana roll to try and figure out
Yeah,
what this
to make-
is.
head or tails of it? 22.
Yeah, so like we've discussed with all of the axioms kind of arcane bits, it's not high enough to get the full detail, but
Yeah.
everything that's present here kind of has this alien like artifice to it that is absolutely beyond you. But the structure of this very much tells you that it is some kind of containment device, but it's also some sort of siphoning device. You can see that the power is being exhumed out of this core into the tubes that run up into the ceiling of this space.
I mean, at the very least, I can tell it's a power source, but I can't power it down. I can't take out the power source. Oh, I also have this crystal or this shard that the Mer folk gave me.
Oh, yeah, that. We found that in, on the other side, before we lost Cutter. Jeremiah said it would be something we could use against, an enemy here. I don't know why he thought that. Cutter had mentioned something about it too, but, I held on to it because I was trying to decipher what it was, and I thought you might stab her with it. Sorry, I was a little pressed. I just kind of was going with what was floating to the top of my head.
You were on the verge.
Yeah, it was pretty close there, for sure.
Does it look like something that could be used as a grenade? Like, will it explode?
The best way to describe it is like a shard of glass, like if you broke a window, like it's a pretty large shard that kind of has like a point, but at the base it kind of has a bit more dimensionality, like a crystal, like a gem, just like kind of lanced at a point.
Okay.
Does
So
it?
it looks. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask, does it look kind of like a variant of the Chaos Shards, where there's something fluid or energy-wise inside of it of a
Good
different content?
question. It does look like it's kind of crystallized, similarly to how a shard would create itself. However, it doesn't look like it's kind of like, it looks solid and it kind of feels solid. It just seems to be kind of glowing with some sort of internal magic or aura.
It could just be when it fully solidifies, or it could be something.
Make an Arcana roll, and I'll give it to you as well, Arya, because it's your Arcana roll from before. It's an interesting question and a very good question. I don't want to dispute that. So the two of you are looking at it, and you're kind of doing that like whole like, this looks photoshopped. Two people kind of looking over it, kind of checking it. And from what you can tell, the best way to describe it is it's like a jawbreaker. So like if you cut a Jawbreaker in half, you can see that there's like the rings that kind of like have the center and the core. So imagine that's the case, but these are all different transparencies of a yellowish color, and then the centerpiece is what's radiating. It's like the crystalline
like
structure kind
formed
of like
around that part.
around that, yeah.
Oh, is this a magic item?
It does appear to be, yeah.
If we have time, I could try to identify it.
Okay.
While that is
Is it
happening,
still fascinating?
Oh,
to
it's
me?
so fucking fascinating. I was waiting for you to ask. And as you're kind of
I've been waiting for people.
appreciate that. You've been kind of starstruck and kind of like looking at this thing like it's an absolute like deer in headlight situation. And as you're kind of looking at it, you're a Lord of the Rings fan. So you know how like the iris of Sauron's eye is kind of just him?
Yeah.
There seems to be this center point inside of the glow, the big core of the space, that appears to be person shaped. Like
Oh.
not silhouetted, kind of like a glowing yellow to you. Like a completely person made of light.
Yeah.
Nobody
It
else
looks
sees
like
this.
Looks like there's a person in there.
Yes.
Personification of the
Fritter.
apple fritter.
Golden goodness shining through.
Arya will look in. No, Ronnie, I think you're mistaken. There's no one in there.
No, I can see it. Maybe
Pause for a second.
Ron-
Arya's like studiously kind of like looking at the tome and kind of like casting a ritual, and then Arya's like, I see a person, and Arya's like chanting the arcane word, stops and says, close the book for a second. No, there's not a person in there.
Yeah, that's the
Bitch.
vibe for sure. No,
I'm
no,
trying-
bitch.
Fine,
can't a
fine.
caster complete a ritual in
She's like,
peace here?
I am
Jesus!
trying to ritual. You stop being
Yeah.
your silly self trying to just troll
Right.
off into some chaos. We do not need that right now.
no, ma'am. No ham.
It's more like no diva.
So it is very, very much interesting to you, Ronnie. And as you're kind of staring at it, and Arya kind of cuts you off, and you look over at her, so's the shard she's holding.
What's the shard doing?
The shard that she's holding and kind of casting
Is
over,
glowing.
you see it in the same kind of like, that is very entrancing to me.
Oh.
I am very kind of a moth to a flame or deer in
Yeah.
headlights. These kind of like mentality things. It's like it's absolutely stunning to you, and you don't know why.
Hmm.
Stunning.
Stunning.
Can I see that after you're done?
Saying arcane words and fate in like an elvish language. Just powers through it. The second that you finish casting Identify, you see the stone for what it is. And it seems that it keeps saying in the language that you cast over it, over and over again, I am the Slayer, I will be unbound. I am the Slayer, I will be unbound. The dancer cannot hold me forever.
Oh god. Okay. I share that with the group.
Wow.
Ronnie, you probably should not mess with this.
But it's pretty just like the other light.
No, 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 no. No.
Do I? So do I have do I get the idea that this shard is like a shard of whatever is in there?
Do you?
I think so. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. And then the other thing that I'm thinking is,
I mean, I'll be honest, I was laying it on a bit thick, but yeah, I mean...
Oh, okay.
For
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, I'm always like second guessing.
Don't have to.
You know.
Just go with it. Run with it. Believe in yourself.
The other thing is the do I is it, when I'm like kind of deciphering this, is it like a sentience or is it like
Yeah, 100%. It feels like there's
Okay.
something bound into this crystal. It calls itself the Slayer, and it says it will not be bound by the dancer any longer.
so I share that with the group?
And until you relinquish it, it will just continue in your head, just saying that. Do you hand it to
Oh.
Ronnie?
Hell no. I'll put it in my bag.
Ronnie really wants to take a look at it. So as you're starting to put it away, Ronnie, do you?
Are you sure I can't see it?
A
I
little.
look. I want to protect you from this. Wait, are you an adult? You're not even technically. Are you technically an adult?
No.
Okay, then no.
Magic items are only for adults, Brent. Sorry, buddy. You can't have
Well,
cursed
not-
items. You
I
can't-
mean, there's magic items and then there's magic items. Okay. I don't think your brother would be
the
happy
ones that
with
Brent
me
would
if I.
want. Right, like I understand what I did. My main
Well,
cursed
Brent
item-
is an adult. I mean, Brent is an adult, yes, but so is Rex.
Yeah, true.
Wait, is Rex an adult?
Maybe, I don't know. Go
Are
on.
we in a party of just children?
So it's
No,
like,
I'm the
I would
only
have let
child.
you hold it.
do you interject,
Thank you,
Soul?
Soul.
I mean, it seems like there's been a lot of things that are weirdly designed for some of us specifically, so maybe she's meant to see it.
Jermaine?
Yeah. Let her see it.
Okay, there you go.
He's
Hope
kind
it
of like
doesn't fucking possess you.
Apologize in advance, but you know,
Terrain's kind of like-
chaos.
Dancer, Slayer, Bounty Dan. Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it.
I mean, I'll take it if you don't want to.
Do you?
No, I put it right into Ronnie's hands.
Alright, perfect. The second it enters into your hands, you are transported away. It feels like you have entered into a trance.
Wait, she disappears?
No.
Oh.
She to you, she's like just kind of standing there,
Yeah,
eyes
that's-
rolling
that's
in the back of her head.
Normal Randy every once in a while, so I'm not that concerned about that
It
part.
must taste like an apple fritter.
So there are two ways to think of it. She is either really enjoying her time with the shard, right? Or she is absolutely having some sort of like magical kind of like
Yeah.
trancing effect here. When you take it, you are completely just transported away from this space. And where you end up appears to be in the Feywild. Above you is the night sky. You can see perfectly, almost as if someone traced the lines for them, the complete entirety of the zodiac. Excuse me. The moon signs. And it's never this clear. And you would never be able to see the full gamut of all of them. This is definitely something that is you're able to kind of detect is not real, is a vision.
Yeah.
A 14th zodiac outside of the normal 13, 12 plus the bright star, descends down from the heavens. And as it does so, it manifests into what you would know is an Archfey, a Lachey, a member of the highest caste of Feykin. It looks at you, and you look at it. And I say it specifically because it does not look like it has any bindings with any form of mortality. It is beyond it. And the creature looks down at you and says, "You are my avatar, and you will move forward as such." It leans forward as if offering you something. And I would like for you to go ahead and open your black folder too. Didn't think you'd get
Tried to keep that from
In
her.
one
She
night.
showed. She monster.
didn't think you'd
no.
get two
I know.
in one night. But yeah.
I know. I probably could have kept it going longer
Could you imagine if that happened?
if I had allowed my motherly instincts to
Well,
guide me.
what's super fun
Is this Ronnie becoming an adult?
This is how you grow up in D&D.
It's going to be like Final Fantasy 1.
You get
Your
to open
sprite
your-
changes from the kid version to the...
Oh,
You get to open your folder for sure.
Cute.
Okay, so
Okay, do I read it?
yeah, if you want to.
You are tethered to the fortune of the Slayer. Once per turn, you can add your proficiency bonus to a single weapon damage roll you make. Additionally, you gain a bonus to your maximum hit point total equal to your proficiency bonus.
So again, I think I wrote that one wrong because on my side it's whenever you add hit points to your level, you'd add your proficiency bonus. So instead of just con, it's con plus prof. So I think if you look, the ink is kind of messy, and I think yours is the one that I wrote the worst. Maybe it might be.
Congrats!
It might
So
be.
I got the worst ink. Steel splotch and
We're just gonna
the
go ahead and
worst
skip your
written-
whole reveal, actually. Andy, go. No, I'm kidding. No. Now, what do you do? Hey, the little envelope. Still sealed? Okay, good, cool.
Yeah, the little love. Say, look, it's whoops, wait,
Okay.
it's still got the tape on it.
Once that happens, the gold
Yeah.
crystal in her hand, its illumination dies down, and the gold glow in the center fades down, but does not terminate entirely. And from what you can detect, Arya, is when she takes it, a bit of that gold energy enters into her. And you kind of snap back to everything, holding this weird...
Wait, can I not ask it anything?
Oh, no. Yeah, no, it doesn't care
Oh.
about your opinions on the matter. It told you what's up.
I'm just gonna ask, like, what it wanted me to do.
No, yeah, it didn't
Besides,
tell
like,
you.
slay.
No, you're just slaying.
Slay.
All the time. Please and thank you. So once that is that is complete, Lyra kind of looks at you. Your group kind of a bit confused and looks at Rex. Who are these people?
Who are these freaks?
I don't know. I found them. They found me actually outside of a spider thing, apparently, and I told them I was coming to look for you guys and map this place out, and they agreed to help.
I'll be completely honest. Me and Cutter thought you were dead. That golem was after you. And
Yeah,
you were
I
No,
know,
running-
he's
got
really
away.
good.
He was running back through the Razor Hall. So, like, I did not know. Honestly, I'm glad you made it. I'd probably be dead if not. But Cutter might be dead too. We haven't really mapped past that trap area. Are any of you good with traps? And everyone just kind of stares at her like,
I'll take the trap.
our one weakness. Oh, yeah, right. You could take the traps. She smiles. Great.
Yeah.
We,
I can patch him up. It's fine.
we should go over that way and investigate to see if he's alive or dead or not. Or at least recover his storied sword. So that broad... Why am I going to say it wrong? My brain's so stupid. I'm trying to keep up her girlish nature, and it's just... It's difficult. It's difficult. But yeah,
You're not
Nice
feeling
girls.
girly pop enough.
I'm not. I never will be. I can't do it.
It happened.
She says that we should return it to Prajna. I'm so dumb. Prajna. In. Why did I not write down the pronunciation on this?
Yeah, that's a
sheet?
tough one even for you.
Prajna. I nailed it. Prajna.
That's what it is now.
We need to make sure that, Cutter's storied sword returns to him at least.
Yeah.
I was, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Cheetah.
Before we head off, I mean, I'm looking at Ronnie and everything that just transpired, and I'm like, what just happened? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm great.
Oh, this is actually very interesting. So you're looking at her, and she says, "Yeah, I'm great." And you would see that there's kind of like I mentioned with Soul, there's like a gold or a moonlight tinge around Soul, which so far as to say has not been identified or understood. Around Ronnie, there's now kind of like a greenish gold color that kind of highlights around her. And there's also a mark that seems to float above her head. And Ronnie, can you just go ahead and hold that little piece of paper up to the screen? So it's closer.
It's gonna disappear.
Not if it's really close.
Yeah, I can see it.
Cool, cool.
What is that?
Yeah,
It kind of looks like a
disappeared
weird
when you get close up.
beholdery thing.
What is that, Ronnie? What
Just
is
take a
that?
picture of it and post
I'll
it in
just
the thing.
I'll take a picture of it and post it in the chat.
Yeah, that works.
What happened to you?
Well, no, you don't see the gold. You don't see it, Jermaine.
Oh, only Arya
Arya,
sees
because
it?
she has the detect.
Magic,
eye.
yeah.
she has the
magic
third eye.
Third eye.
Actually, it's a fourth.
Technically, I was
But
gonna say it'd be
That's
fourth.
One in the
I have a lot of eyes.
One in the
I got
hand,
eyes.
too.
I mean, technically, then wouldn't it be like the 5th or 6th? Because
you know, can't have too many.
Slayer. That's the Slayer.
Alright. Oh, yeah. Do I identify that
So you
symbol?
you would detect that there's this strange symbol kind of floating over her head. It's similar to when you cast Hex. You can kind of see the Hag's mark.
Yeah.
Um,
But is it recognizable to me?
it does not appear to be a symbol that you're aware of. But
Hmm.
based on everything that's kind of on the lead up, you would understand the Slayer and this symbol probably have
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
connection.
So, Ronnie, we're gonna need to talk when we get home.
Okay. I mean, it was fine. It was, I went to the Feywild. I wish I
Oh.
could have asked them, if they knew a way into the Feywild. But I guess I met the Slayer.
Okay.
That was kind of it. Oh, and
But
then they said something about me being an avatar for them. I don't know what that means.
Hmm.
it doesn't sound like that big of a responsibility. I'm sure you'll be fine, kiddo.
Thanks.
Not sure how I feel about that.
Well, it sounds like someone's in trouble. Or dead or dying.
Oh,
Yeah,
Cutter?
not you. Yes.
Lyra's like, yeah,
Yeah.
right. Well, I mean, looks over at Rex. We've been gone for a while, so he's probably not getting any worse, right? And he's pretty durable.
his
Worst case
Soul will
scenario.
be with them.
Well, I was just gonna suggest. She kind of shrugs and kind of looks down at like her battered form. Maybe we could take a little breather. And she kind
Actually, that does sound really
of
nice.
says that as she kind of pops into like a meditative sit. And when she does so, she's like, "Oh, good." And then when you say you agree, just one of you agrees. She kind of like starts kind of like holding her hands together at her chin and kind of breathing in, and the tip of her head tail starts kind of glowing, kind of whitish blue.
Mm.
If you would like, you can roll either a history or a religion check to identify what's going on with her.
Do we have to be trained?
I would say so.
17 religion.
I'm out.
Okay. So Arya and Soul, for different reasons. So you would know more about the religious aspect. Amongst merfolk, there are individuals that are part of their society and culture known as wayfinders. Wayfinders are able to bring into them either the white winds or the dark winds into their body and kind of bring those to manifest. Some are born as wayfinders, sorcerers. Some forge pacts with deep to become wayfinders, warlocks. Some study the religion to become wayfinders, wizards. All wayfinders are wizards, but they're religious wizards or religious mages. And then the historical note on your side is the very first wayfinder of all merfolkdom came about in the year 400 of this epoch in an area known as the Dragon Bay in Parnak. And that individual's name was Malik Difer.
Like,
played by Kevin.
Ooh,
He is the
interesting.
first of the Wayfinders.
Played by who?
Kevin Gibson.
Kevin G.
Kevin!
Ah,
I thought,
Way back when.
yay!
Bloodright was the name of the game. Very interesting, fun, cursed game. You would have loved it, Brent. But I think it was before you came into the
Perhaps even before you were born, from what I gathered earlier.
Everybody started with a curse, Brent. Everybody started with a curse.
I could have had 4 curses.
I could have so many curses. You could have, give me your curses, you guys. I
gotta
need
collect
them for
Fucking curse
Gotta
reasons.
here.
catch them all!
So, Lyra, as a Wayfinder, will march with you. She will kind of like almost in a sing-songy kind of like super happy way during the short rest after kind of getting about 10 minutes or so of meditation. Ask for Ronnie's map, and she'll start drawing hers on like while looking at your map, and you'll start drawing like the details that she had that you didn't, and then you guys basically kind of make 2 pretty identical copies to the space. Go ahead and fill in the short rest. Remember, Rex, you just gain half your hit point total. Boom. And anything that kind of resets. And she'll do likewise, the mage. So during the next beat, we're going to move back to the elevator space and then move from there to the other side. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. And that's where we'll begin next session. So that will be on the 11th. And I just want to make sure folks who are watching at home, if anyone, fuck all you, it's more for them. I mean, I love you. Thanks for watching. Next session, the 11th, will be the last session with Brent. Will also be the last session before my vacation. So just as a heads up there, that will be a break. We'll have 2 weeks off after that, and then we should be returning on the 2nd. If not the 2nd, the 9th. Okay. Thanks for watching those that did, and we will see you next week.
Bye!
What does this hair